and slow, a cradle made of skies. The river holds the peace, floating by your side. The moon will guard your sleep with silver in its eyes. The river knows your name, whispers as you drift by. A fragile thing to brave the water. The dawn will meet it there with honor. My little paper boat, don't be afraid. No wave can turn the course you sail. The stars above, they linger and guide you on your way. I'll hold you close through the tide and bring you home today. The night has weighed on you. The shadows left their mark. I know the streams you've crossed.
Hey yo, what up boys? What's going on? Welcome to the stream. How are we doing today, ladies and gentlemen? Hopefully you are doing well, man. It's good to see ya. I told you we're live today. I'm sticking to it at the minute, chat. We're sticking to it. I did have some stuff to do today though. I also have made some tweaks to the Discord server as well while I was getting some stuff done. I've still got a bunch of other stuff to do, but we're slowly making some improvements. There's a new and improved React space for you guys as well, so you can check that out. And it's a lot easier now for you guys to share videos with me. And also you can tag. I'm gonna add some more tags as well. You have to tag actually, but it just basically puts the videos into certain categories. Kind of makes it easier for me to filter them out if I need to look for specific things as well. So at the minute we've got fan stuff, we've got long form videos, Gacha Slop, and I forgot the other one. But yeah, we're gonna have a few more. We're gonna have some music and some other stuff so you guys can, you know, make that stuff a little bit easier to see as well. And I've been sorting out all the permissions. We've got a new onboarding process as well, a new questionnaire for the new people to come into the server as well. I've also brought Wordle directly into the server now, so you don't have to have any external stuff turned on, just to, you know, attempt to keep things a little bit safer for you guys in the server as well when I'm potentially not around. And I am going to be looking at maybe having a model too, but I'm going to speak to a couple of people to see if they actually want to do it, because obviously look, it's just a casual thing, right? I don't want people to think, oh shit, because, you know, not like you probably would, but, you know, it's just, if you're around and you see something, you can deal with it if I'm not around, kind of thing, right? But yeah, I'll speak to people about that and see what happens. But yeah, how are we doing, guys? How are we doing? We're back, man. We're going to do a bit more chapter 13 tonight. We are going to have a look at a Limbus video as well here, along with 2 trailers. Lads, we've got 2 trailers to check out here today as well. So I want to get into that, and then we're going to get into the game, man. So how's it going, man? Yo, Flix is going on bloody push. Welcome to the stream. BS, yeah, a little bit late. I do apologize. Unky's late. What's going on, Zera? Canis, welcome to the stream. How's it going? Hello. How are we doing, guys? How are we doing? Hopefully today's been treating you well. Just double check if Twitch is all good. Sweet. Man, I wish YouTube would just add a new system for downloading videos. Like, because like one thing that's good with Twitch is the video seem to download at a higher quality than YouTube do, which is weird because the videos are at a lower resolution anyway. I don't know, maybe leaving them a bit longer, I might get a better quality. I don't know. You know, let them all process on YouTube's end. And also, like the content editor thing's nice. You can just open a stream, highlight it, chop up a couple of sections, put them into separate videos, download them. Saves you download the entire stream and then going through the entire thing. I wish YouTube would work on something like that, because I could genuinely just stop streaming on Twitch altogether. I honestly only use Twitch for that specific reason. And if YouTube did that, I'd drop streaming on Twitch altogether, man, honestly. I'm streaming 1.2 early tomorrow. I'll probably be live normal time, to be fair. I need to get to the gym. I didn't get to the gym today because I had a doctor's appointment, so I need to hit the gym. So I'll probably be normal time. I don't like go when it comes to patches as well, because we've got some story updates as well. Have we got some story updates? We haven't we? What major story updates have we got? Oh yeah, we've got the Zhang stuff, haven't we? I was thinking, what story updates have we got? Like, you know, I always think maybe give people a couple of hours to get on stuff. Tend to sometimes do it the day after, but yeah, I'm gonna be on it, but not early. Normal time tomorrow. Yo, Ken, what's going on, dude? Welcome to the stream. Relden, hello. Oh, do you need back surgery today? Oh, that sucks, dude, man. Back pain sucks. I've never had it to the point where I've needed surgery, but I got my back at once when I was roofing. It's like ever since, it's like, did that when I was like 22 as well. Chaining tiles on a vicarage. And it just went. Getting old does suck, man. Rough. But how are we doing, guys? How are we doing? React something. Yeah, we got 3 videos, 2 trailers and a video to watch. I do plan to get through some of the other ones you've shared as well. Probably not today, though. We'll maybe leave that for the weekend, because I think they're longer videos, aren't they? I do want to get into some more Chapter 13 today. We've got a Limbus video, we've got the Metro trailer and NTE trailer as well. But yeah, what do you guys think to the improvements to the Discord server? Not finished entirely yet. I'm liking it. It looks a bit better. Like I say, I've made it now, as I was saying earlier. Let me turn this music down a second. I've made it now. So on the onboarding, there's like 4 questions to be asked. The first question, it's a trick question, basically. The second and third question are legit questions to get your rolls. And then the 4th question's another trick question. It's just for bots, basically, because bots tend to either just select the first answer, or just they'll select all answers as a spam thing. And then that way, then they'll tag the 2. That'll just send them straight back to the rules channel. Well, that in theory is what should happen. We'll have to see if it works yet. Like, I am a Discord noob, so I've been slowly, sorting stuff out while I've been doing other stuff today as well. I am going to add some new chat. I probably will add a little waifu goon channel. Obviously, it'll be for you to share somewhat safe for work stuff, right? I don't want like super crazy shit in there, of course. I don't want to be going in there and seeing like shit that's going to get the Discord channel took down. Because now, to have the forum, you have to switch the Discord to a community server, and that comes with accepting some like extra terms, basically. So you have to abide by a little bit, because prior to that, the way my server's set up, pretty much, it's a private server, basically, where you guys can just join, right? It's set up in a sense, so it's my server, pretty much for me, where everybody can hop in, basically. Where now it's actually a proper security, community server, sorry. And the waifu question from Baku seems a bit foolproof, because people will write down character names and bots can't do that. Yeah, I don't know if you can do that on the community thing with the community, because I think he's just got it on the standard thing. But on the community, you can set up like, I think up to 55 questions if you want, which I ain't doing that, because ain't nobody sitting there for 55 questions just to get into a fucking Discord server for a doo-doo plays fucking Arknights, right? But what I was looking at, I was having a look, and apparently when it comes to like bots for the most time, they'll usually just hit the first option or everything all together. Do you know what I mean? But I could also add, because the way it's set up, I can add extra questions in, but it's like you get a question and then you can have the answer, basically. Do you know what I mean? There's no like custom field from what I can see that people can add, and then you just assign the role and their access to particular channels, you know what I mean? Or you can make it so that have no role They actually have to have a role, but I've set it up so they've got the bot lurker role, but that role's got literally no permissions. The only permission he's got is to view the rules channel. So if you click on either of those, so you literally just end up back into the rules channel. You know what I mean? I haven't done it yet, BS. We're doing an EF survey, right? Yo, what's going on, then, Ryder? Yeah, I'm a noob at Discord as well. Like, I think it's because Discord's got so many, like, customizable options. There's a lot to it, man. You know, there's a lot to it. And as somebody who, like I say, I've only ever used Discord I set up my server, I talk in my own server, I've got my permissions, and I've got a couple of voice chats. For like years, Discord was used for me. For like, after stream, I'd get into voice calls with some viewers and a couple of people, and we'd just hang out all night while we played games, pretty much. Do you know what I mean? Until the early hours. Because it's always just been like that for me. So like fiddling around with all the extra stuff, I'm learning as I go kind of thing, like, you know what I mean? Yes, we are, Isaac. We'll be streaming that tomorrow, yeah. Pixel need to reach version, server reach 1.1. He needs a survey and I want compensation. Yo, what's up, Cass? And no mods, yeah. I'm gonna get some mods. I'm being careful. One, I don't want to put it on to people really. If I'm honest, I know it's nothing major, but I feel like I'm what's in. I want to make sure there's a couple of people I got in mind who I trust. Right, I want to be careful because I've seen it before where people have assigned mods and it's not gone well for them. Right, it's not gone well for them. But I'll only give them a certain amount of permissions anyway. Just the ability to, you know, kick people, time them out. Maybe, see, the problem is you can have it so they can change offensive nicknames, but then there's the thing of if you do have a rogue mod, they go around just fucking changing everybody's nicknames to offensive nicknames, and then, you know, you're in a pickle. You're in a pickle. Yo, Casual, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. You should call your mods saplings. So, yeah, we've got no new roles yet, but I'm probably going to get some new roles as well at some point. So, like I say, we're slowly updating. We'll get there though. Like I say, today I was doing it while I was working at the same time. So I was like, working. All right, I got 5 minutes. Let me quickly just fucking do this. Okay, fuck, I fucked that up. Let me fucking fix it kind of thing. So, yeah. I would do it, but I legit don't have the time to mod cat. Yeah, nah. I get it. That's what I'm saying. That's why, like, I'm just gonna, the people I'm gonna ask if they're down for it. It's just literally, you know, honestly, don't worry about it. You know, if you don't see some, I ain't gonna be like, what mods? Where the fuck was ya? Where was you, mod? You know, it's just like, it'll just be if I'm not around and you are, and you see some, you can deal with it pretty much. But I think, for the most part, we should be all right. Of course, if you've got a server that people can join, the only way you can truly make it safe is by making it private. And if you want a nice community for people to hang out in, can't really do that, right? So it's just a risk we have to take. Somebody could join, could become a member, you know, chill out for a bit and then just go mental. It's a risky take, right? It's a risky take. It's part of it. You speak to you, dude. You trust to ban the spam bots in case it goes wrong, not like they do. Yeah. To be fair, I'll say we don't have knobs in. I know, like, you guys like to get into, but everybody's pretty much respectful, you know, in the Discord. And we've had a few spam bots come in, but I'm hoping with what we've done with the onboarding, that should hopefully filter it out. Touch wood. We'll have to see if it works, right? We'll know soon enough if we get any coming through, right? Maybe server application base, it's easy to catch bots. Yeah, I was contemplating doing that, but I've just set it up with a onboarding question. It's going very well, Lance. Say just pick the most level-headed person, so obviously not me. I think Moles, do you know what? I honestly think there's a good few people in the Discord who I think could be chill with it, right? Like I say, we'll see. At the minute, we're all right. Let's see how it goes for now. And then there's a couple of people in mind that I might actually ask, who I believe are, you know, pretty level-headed people who, you know, I'll just deal with stuff if they need to, pretty much. That's how we'll treat you. But anyway, sorry, man. My throat's fucked. I've got fucking hay fever at the minute. Lads, I'm getting shit on. Like, you don't understand. You know, today, I had to take an antihistamine. I was violently sneezing in here when I was working earlier. It was rough. It was rough. So, yeah, my throat's fucked up. I'm messed up. A question for onboarding should be their opinion on a bike. Dude, I actually thought about that just for the lols, but I thought I might get some people who can't take a joke from a certain community and might actually really get mad about it, because people are still angry about that take, even like, what, 4 months later. So, yeah, got it. You gotta be watching nice before the onboarding questions go and get a lesson model or too. Yeah, I don't know if I want that level, if I'm honest. I've just... Webhooks are disabled totally. External apps are disabled. So really the only way people can really do anything dodgy now, in theory I hope, is either a bot gets through the onboarding questions, which I'm hoping that the way it's set up, they won't, for the most part. Or if a person comes in and just starts, you know... But there's not much I can do about that, right? Even if you have a system where you allow people to come in, they might turn out to be nefarious, I don't know. So I'm like, yeah, whatever. We'll see how it goes, man. We'll see how it goes. I'm just self-aware enough to know I can be very opinionated to make a bad mod for your service specifically. That's fair, that's fair. Yeah, we're doing some reacts, yeah. We've got a couple of videos to watch, actually. 3. 2 trailers and an actual video. So, yeah, we'll be a little look. Or somebody, yeah, that's happened a few times, Ken. There's been people who've been in my server for like 2 years, and then all of a sudden... them fucking posting crypto scam photos and stuff. Like, it's like, can't do nothing about that, really, can you? There's literally only so much you can do. I have set it up though now, because if you like, because it's set up like as a community server, that Discord, I don't know if you might notice, like sometimes it takes a little bit longer to post. It apparently scans the files, but I doubt, like, you know, Discord. I'm sure most stuff will probably still get through. Alright then, let's get started then, man. Let's get started, boys. Get started. Let's do this. Let's do this. How we doing, man? How we doing? I fell over. My beard fell off. I don't know what happened. Honest. Yeah, I actually was tempted to do the same Tontas. Or even for a joke, I wouldn't want to look that greasy. So, who's this? What the hell? Yeah, to be fair, Ken, if it's photos, right, there's not much can happen from that, right? There's not much that can happen from that, like, unless somebody goes, oh, yeah, let me just go to this thing, this website in this photo or whatever, right? It's just like, just delete the message and move on. It's when links bubble. That's why I always say to people, there's only so much I can do, right? Just be careful of the links. You know, most people in the server, if somebody random pops up, even if it's somebody you're chatting to all the time, just be careful of the links, you know. Look to see if it's things like Twitter, Reddit, you know, fucking YouTube, stuff like that. If it's not, then maybe just go search the website and stuff. It takes a couple of extra seconds. That's all I'll say to people. Like I say, I can only do so much. I might embed some other games as well into the server, along with the YouTube watch-along thing as well, so you guys can have some, like, watch-alongs and stuff if you want to. I might set up some channels for that as well, like YouTube watch-alongs, so you guys can, you know, you can hang out and have, like, watch parties and stuff and all that sort of stuff, which I might hang out as well. I thought that might be quite fun. So, yeah, we might set up some stuff like that as well. You look American now. 10 years younger. Who's this chap? Yo, what's up, easy? Holy beardless. Whoa, Pigs, man, what the fuck happened? The missus was moaning at me, man. She kept looking at me like I was a prick. But no, I'm joking. She don't like facial hair, to be fair. So I was like, I just looked at myself in the mirror and I was just like, bro, I look like a homeless person, man. I need a shave. I was gonna get to the barbers to get it all lined up and looking fresh. I told you I'd do this shit sometimes. So I do it with my hair as well sometimes. I get bored and I'll just shave it off. Man got skinwalked. Old Pixie returned to E0, you know. Watching Uncle before. Yeah, I think so, right? I think so. We'll set some stuff up, actually. Because that's what I wanted to do earlier. Because as soon as... Because with Discord, even though it's an internal thing, it's like their own Wordle. Because it's not in the server, you have to apply external apps. And that's when people can make their own bots and they can yoink their bots into the server. It's the same way you should do with Wordle, right? You know what I mean? So, that's why I didn't want that. So now, if there's any games that you want to bring into Discord, let me know and I'll have a look in the directory and I'll bring them directly in, you know? Bro, you look 10. Yo, who's this high schooler? What, like a movie high school? It's like, I swear this dude's like 33, but he's at school. You look like Harry Potter if you were 40. So it was his revenge for swiping. I haven't shaved in 4 years. Always trim the line up. It's why, because if I shave, people I might get approached by men. Yeah, I just fancied a shave, man. Fancied a shave. I was at the gym the other day, man. And it's not even like wanting that sort of attention, but like the one woman who's always like, usually, you're all right. Like she looked at me and as if she's like, I smiled and she was like, as if she's like, why is this homeless man in the gym smiling at me? So I was like, yo, okay. Maybe we need to fix up, boys. Maybe we need to fix up. But yeah, Rosie's not a big fan of facial hair anyway, so you know, it's a bonus, right, boys? It's a bonus, right, boys? You know, you gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta do what you gotta do, right? You gotta do what you gotta do. All right, let's check out some stuff then. Let me just do this so you guys can share what's going on, guys. Okay, okay, chat's not up. There we go. There we go. Oh yeah, might as well show you. This is the new revamped React Smash. The other one's still there at the moment. It's got no permissions. You can't do anything in there. But I'm just getting some of the debt out of there to add to the playlist, and then that's going. Okay. So this is a new format. You can't type in here anymore because there's no point, right? It's here to show videos, so you can put videos in. You can add a little title to them. I might limit the amount of how much you can write because I know some people will be like, oh, let's write a fucking paragraph. And you've got these now, so you can filter, right? So I can find vids a little bit better. We're gonna add more filters, right? We're gonna have music and non-gaming related and whatever, different categories, and we'll get that going, all right? So, yeah. Let me back on. Yo, you know what I'm telling you, man? This is all my Discord server is, chat. I'm telling you. Fucking bully me, man. They just bully me. They just straight up bully me. You know? Yo, Vez, what's going on, dude? I agree with Rose, I'm not gonna lie. You need to read the title of my Limbus post out loud. What's it say? Looks clean. Comment for slop, insert day, where you just slam that slop filter on and keep going for the whole stream. The Saint on Task React. Well, I thought I was going to do something a little bit childish with my rules, but I thought probably not a good look, even though it'd be funny, right? Some people probably really wouldn't see it like that. Even the people who don't like Saint might be like, oh my god, bro, just get over it, okay? Just get over it, stop talking about him. But I thought it could have something in the rules, you know, about, you know, be mean and stuff, and but I thought, nah, I won't do it. Not gonna lie, Big you can't take caught me. I started playing Arknights and Limbus from Feud. Let's go. One of us, Josh. Welcome. Welcome. Should have done it. You must read my bows. What's it say? Which one? Let me see lore catch up. Debt collection. Must watch for all British streamers. Fucking ticket. Also Metro, yeah? Yeah. Okay, I feel like looking at my son. I don't even have one. I feel tempted to buy you one of those knitted beards just so you don't have to look at this version. Listen to this slander. Listen to this slander. My mummy says I'm a handsome boy, okay? My mummy says I'm handsome. So, I won't have none of it. I won't have none of it. We're getting silver ashes today. We don't talk about Bucko, alright? We don't talk about Bucko over there. You know, buddy boy, Mr. Silver Ash. I've got beef with him. So, bro needs to... Yeah, bro needs to watch yourself. Alright, should we check this out then, boys? The Metro 2039 trailer. I am a fan of the Metro games. The latest Metro game... It wasn't as good as the others, right? It wasn't as good as the others. I might actually go through and play the Metro games again before this drops. They are great. They're great games, right? They are really cool. If you haven't checked them out, guys, you could probably get them on a good price at the minute, man. They're definitely worth a play, that's for sure. But yeah, man, let's check this out. It's pretty like it. Let's see if it slaps, man. Let's see if it slaps. Let's see what it's saying. I didn't even know the one was in development. I'm not gonna lie. Inspired by the worldwide best-selling Metro book.
Do you want to come out of the darkness and become a pure nation? I ask you, are you ready for great changes under the guidance of a great leader? If you are, then wake up and open the door for the noble right. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up.
2039.
Wake up to a pure nation, clean air, bright future.
Looking pretty bright. What if you see a protagonist of the Artyom? Who's chained up? I don't remember if I fully finished Exodus. I don't think now. I don't know if I did complete it. I think I was like right at the end. Now that actually looks kind of cool, doesn't it? Though?
The noble right says comply. The people say aye.
Are we getting any gameplay, or is it just a purely CGI trailer? Did I hear one of them shout out in then? Or was he just saying help me?
Fear not the enemy's threats, for the Führer hunter protects you.
Where are they taking them? Can you hear?
Yo, she's got more facial hair than me now, boys.
We hear everything, but you don't let them speak.
No. It's not about me. I won't ask again.
It's all about you.
This is making me want to go back through the games, oh man. It's been a few years. Got some cool visuals, right? That's a cool scene. That's a really cool scene.
All together now, children.
Is our home. Either we destroy or we are destroyed. No one will mourn us if we die. Mercy.
00372.
Our enemies have no pity for us. The enemy must
Oh shit.
The enemy must be destroyed. The enemy must be destroyed. The enemy must be destroyed.
Oh, that's fucked up.
The enemy must be destroyed.
Did he shoot somebody else then? He shot. Oh, fuck. That's mad. Do peppered all the kids? I've been hitting the meth pipe. Is that the metro station you come out in? It is the exit you come out in, is it in Exodus? Was it in 2033?
Clean air. Bright.
Yeah, I'm thinking it probably is RTM.
The noble right is our home.
Okay, I'm definitely interested, right? I think I'm gonna have to play through all these games again. They don't take too long, really. I might bash through them all, actually. Oh, we got some gameplay. Captured from gameplay and real-time cinematics. Okay. And when you first see them, like, there's that fucking stampede of them. I've got Jumbo saying Tontas, man. What the fuck? Ah, so good looking. Plus he's got friends. Yeah, coming this winter. Damn. Okay, yeah, we're checking it out. We're checking it out. We're checking it out, boys. We'll be all over that. We'll be all over that, boys. We'll be all that. Oh, is this just studio stuff? Alright, cool. Yeah, man. What do you guys think? You sent me something in React Smash. I need to react to you. Let Dante revive her. Dante. I can imagine Karen driving the picture, hitting him and going vroom vroom. That was John Seaman, you know. Needs an RTX 69 to be playable, and power that you need your very own Russian power plant. Compare that thing to Saint Tontas is disrespect to the monster. Yeah, true. My bad. He's kind of fucked up for me. That's pretty fucked up when you think about it. Yeah, my bad still. I apologize. I do apologize. I disrespected a whole lineage of creatures there. My bad. I apologize. You want to replay everything now? I am. I'm going through them all again. I started playing fucking Metal Gear Solid again. I've seen this. If I know what it is, I think I know what it is. Yeah, I've seen this. Fucking guy. Bro, I've just gone back 4 years, man. Because the entire ones might come back as something. Look like it, yeah. Definitely look like it. That's what called him to shoot the kids then, yeah. Only 169 for DSL 5. You need at least 3. Me when I feel my brain cells leaving me. Alright, let's have a look at this then, shall we, boys and girls? We've got the NTE launch gameplay preview Champione. I am going to be all over this on launch, actually. I'm actually getting a little bit more excited for it now. We might have to try and do some like co-op stuff as well together, guys. Do some chat sessions and stuff if people want to get involved. I hope with this though, seeming like co-op's going to be a big part of the game. Please, it's just a gacha game thing, right? Just, like, can we have the globals, you know, cross-region gameplay? I would really appreciate that. I'd really appreciate that, because it sucks when you want to play with, like, a friend, and then it's like, oh, shit, yeah, I can't. Different region. Yeah. All right, let's have a look then. Launch gameplay. Let's go. I'm looking forward to this, man.
Hetero doesn't tell you how to live, it provides possibilities.
But to get the most out of Hetero,
Hetero.
One way.
Oh, so that is how you pronounce it then. Hetero. Hetero. It's we just might as well just call it Heathrow now, right? Might as well just call it Heathrow. Like, I don't know if I like the name Hetero. I'm not gonna lie. It just doesn't roll off the tongue, man.
Live your own truth.
I think I'm going female MC. This is getting copyright claimed because fucking NTE love to fuck you over with copyright claim music. So yeah, GG Hodder. GG. Fuck you guys. Hold up. Did that motorbike actually look decent going over there then? Did it have decent, couldn't tell if it had decent suspension. Do I see, I don't know if I do actually. I see suspension there, like good suspension. Oh, I don't know if I'm tripping. Hot tires though. I like that mechanic as well, you know, that you can go to jail. That stuff's pretty cool, right? You can either buy your way out, yeah, or you have to escape, right? You should know you're a bike expert after all. I should make a video dedicated to the bike in NTE, right? Just for the laughs. How much can we expect from Lesser 5 gameplay? Let's see. Hey, you know, we're gonna have a look. Birmingham. Well, Heroes, London. Do you know what's mad? I was watching videos yesterday because I love Warhammer, right? So I was watching some Warhammer videos, and I watched a video from a channel that don't make Warhammer content, but they was doing a video, like they do a lot of videos around like architecture and building and stuff like that, and they were talking about hive cities and how like there's been theorized plans for not hive cities, of course, like, you know, that sort of like close together hive type living. I saw somebody in the comment section say fucking I don't know if it was something about hive primers or something, and they were like, to be fair, it's still better than Birmingham. And somebody actually said, you know what's funny about that? There's actually a fucking planet in 40k called Birmingham. They was like, yeah, it's a shithole as well. I was like, damn, man, Birmingham's that bad. It's actually in the fucking Imperium of Man as well. This will be a cool thing in the game as well, right? Running your businesses and stuff. I wonder how actual fun it'll be, right? So it looks like we're setting units for the businesses right there. Fishing though, cool. Looks like there's multiple ways to escape prison as well, because I saw Foxhole get out like over the edge of something and get on a boat, like. Looked like he was going out through the sewers there, yeah. They need a good level of customization as well, don't they, for the cars? They really need to build on that. I expect with a live service game like this, I expect customization options to grow over time. Otherwise, I'll be a little bit annoyed. Damn. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of looking forward to this still. I'm looking forward to this. We're gonna be playing these day one. The combat, it's hard to say it as well, but some of the last gameplay I saw, it definitely looked like it had an improvement. You reckon this is going to actually, like, challenge, though, guys? And I don't mean, like, the Genshin killer, the Wura killer, you know, but do you reckon it's going to be up there with the big ones? Not just on launch. Do you reckon it's going to hang? Or do you reckon it'll do, like, the Terra Fantasy thing where it'll make a shit ton of money on day one? Obviously, Terra Fantasy's made enough money to keep going, like, right? And I don't necessarily mean being too locked into the specific numbers on gacha or anything, but do you reckon it'll hang with the, you know, the big guys, you know, like your Genshins, your Star Rails, your ZZZs, your, and I'm talking 3D stuff here, Enfield, Wua, you know? Do you reckon it'll hang? If Birmingham already had this reputation, how does Leeds look like? Holy. Fishing 10 out of 10, yeah. No, Godspeed and hope it runs on your devices, whether PC or console. Yeah, that's it. Do you know what I didn't know? You know Mongol Star Drive's UE5? I didn't even notice that. That's an incredibly well-optimized game for UE5. To be fair, it's not open world, so that's a massive help, right? And that you can tell what they've done with the graphics. So yeah, it's cool. It's cool. Like around Infinity Nikkei income. What's our sort of income now? We're talking like 3 to 7 mil, something like that. Is it? To keep afloat, I'll say. Yeah, I hope so. I hope it's good, right? Honestly, I hope it's good. This is one I haven't even played at all. I've only seen other people playing it, right? Like I say, I've got my worries about certain things. But I like it. That it seems like they're trying something right. It doesn't feel like just pure gacha slop, in my opinion. I know people have got different ideas of what gacha slop is, but it looks like it might be fun. We'll have to wait and see, right? We'll have to wait and see. It really depends on how Hodder manages this one. Yeah, true. Gonna be real, I think it's gonna be middling. Yeah, I'm a little bit worried about that. Like, I've got a feeling, right? It's either gonna be a bit jank and just mid, or it's gonna be a bit jank, but it's gonna be one of those games where it's like, because of it, the way it's set up of being an urban game and the co-op and potential PvP racing and stuff, that it might be one of those like jank, but it's just fun. Do you know what I mean? I feel like that's the two ways it goes. I don't think it's going to be trash. I think it's either going to I think it's going to be a bit jank, full stop. But I think it's either going to be like, whatever, it's just not interesting, or it's going to be like one of those games where it's going to generate some funny clips of people doing some mad shit in the game. We'll have to wait and see, though, right? We'll have to wait and see. It's not for me, but I'll heavily enjoy the content people put out for it. It has a good variety to help keep creativity. Yeah, I think it might be a good content game. I was saying this before. I think as long as it's not trash, right, it seems like it might be a good content farm game. I think there'll be some people who'll probably do really well off it because there's just a lot of stuff to do. Yeah. We do got to keep in mind it's China's top 5 alongside Silver Palace. What do you mean? China's top 5? What, in terms of anticipated games? I'm playing Crimson Desert, I must say I never had problems. It runs buttery smooth. Tell me how you can make it good in other studios. Dude, Crimson Desert's fucking brilliant. I like that game's brilliant. It's brilliant. Yeah, I'm a big fan, man. I don't know why that game, like, I know it's divisive, but I don't get it personally for myself. You know what I mean? Because I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot, actually. I like it a lot. Leech. What's going on? Welcome to the stream. What's going on, narrator? I'm like, welcome. I was just talking about NTE. Play Crimson 2, took a break, still learning the ropes in the first region, Robbie Mansions. Yeah, I'm still early on in the game. I haven't had the time I'd like to put into it, but it's one of those. You can just come back to it whenever you please. That's a beautiful thing about box price games. So yeah, I've been having an absolute blast with Crimson Desert as well, personally. I think they did a great job with you. Great job with you. It's a good time. It's a good time. Crimson is a full-time job. There's a lot of content, right? A lot of content. All right. Should we check this one out, boys? Should we check this one out then, shall we? Have a little look at the Limbus company, all books referenced by the main cast. I think this might be interesting because, yeah. I want to learn here. I want to learn. Because we've been diving down the rabbit hole that is Limbus company, Limbusi, and I've been having a lot of fun. I'm enjoying the game so far, what little I've played. Art style, voice acting, the OST, the gameplay, the story, the writing as well. It's all been really good so far. I'm only currently going through Canto 2, but I'm having an absolute blast with it. People tell me, complete Canto 3, and then you'll decide whether it's a game for you. I think I'm already kind of starting to get there, man. I'm really, really enjoying it. But it's a game that's got a lot of references, and I am a troglodyte and a Philistine, so let's learn some stuff here, because I probably haven't read anything that's involved with this. To be fair, I'll go as far as, like, sci-fi and fantasy. If I'm honest, yeah, I'm that guy. Comics, yeah, I'm that guy. I'm that guy. I am an uncultured swine, if you will. So, should we check out this video from Last Minute Essays? And this is Limbus Company, all books referenced by the main cast, because I'm very much interested. So let's give it a preemptive like. Let's get into the show then, boys. Let's get into the show. Themes of alienation, bugs, sexual abuse, domestic violence, general literary sad stuff. Okay. Starting off strong. Okay. Oh, wait there. Spoiler warning, full story spoilers for 13 public domain stories. Oh, okay.
He's in his tent.
I thought that was going to be spoilers for the game then.
Achilles! It's the Iliad!
Dun, 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 dun.
It's Homer! Read a book!
Limbus Company.
I do know
is
some of the
first
stuff that's
in-product
referenced.
of the studio Project Bone, currently in development. After making
Oh, when did this video come out? Oh, this came out pre-launch, right? Okay, all right, let's go.
management sim and a deck building game, the studio decided that the next title they developed
People keep
should
trying
be a
to
dungeon
groom me
crawler,
into playing
and
that
the
as well.
City Builder as a fourth teased project, because why typecast yourself to a single genre when you can do all of them?
I love you, Project Bone. Please never stop.
Limbus has been teased for some time now with the reveals of the 12 core characters. And as I said in my Library of Ruina video,
Pre-launch, so zero spoilers,
the
yeah.
studio is stuffed by a bunch of fine arts nerds. So of course, every character is a reference to a work of literature. Initially, the characters were drip-fed on the Twitter account @liberarlimbus, which translates to Frida Limbo, basically.
Okay.
First, it was a portrait with the eyes covered, then an emoji, and then a quote from the novel in its author's native language. I would like to apologize in advance to every language I'm about to butcher. With all 12 characters fully and properly revealed, let's dissect the references one by one.
Okay.
In the order, the full
I'm about to get an education here, so I'm looking forward to this.
art was posted on the Twitter account. Though, let me temper your expectations a bit, I'm terrible at actually reading books and some of these are outside of my cultural circles.
Okay. Kindred spirit. Okay. All right. I thought I was going to be made to seem like an absolute idiot, which I do on a regular basis, but okay. All right.
So, a
Kindred
lot of
spirits,
this
let's go.
Information is brought up from external sources.
That's fair. I respect that. Because, you know, there will be some people who be like, I'm actually, if you didn't know, I've read them all. And let me tell you how it goes, okay? Because I'm that guy. I'm cultured and I'm educated. And I like the fact that he's just like, yeah, man. I'm the same as you, ain't ready. I'm here for it.
Metamorphosa ungehören ungeziefer, transformed into monstrous vermin. Gregor is a reference to Gregor Samsa, the protagonist of Metamorphosis, a novella written by Franz Kafka in 1915. Gregor is a traveling cloth merchant working his butt off as the sole breadwinner of his household, which includes his parents and a younger sister. One day, he wakes up turned into a monstrous vermin. His own body doesn't feel right, he cannot get up from bed properly, no food or drink seems as it was before. At first, his sister volunteers to take care of him, but that relationship quickly grows cold as it becomes more and more obvious that this transformation is not temporary and
Okay, this sounds like a fucking horror story, man. What the hell?
communicating with Roach Gregor is difficult, to say the least. You might want to give Metamorphosis a try if you struggle with depression or any other illness that might lead to feelings of alienation, is what I'm saying.
Okay,
Limbus
okay.
Gregor has a roach arm and is surrounded by cockroaches, so the theming is quite overt. His ego, I assume, is called Ungeziefer, which means vermin in German. Kafka was Bohemian by birth, which is currently the Czech territory, but as that was a territory of Austria-Hungary at the time, he wrote in German. However, Kafka was also Jewish, which is why one word of the quote and Gregor's name are written in Hebrew. And the word Ungeziefer, specifically, was used to describe Jewish people by a certain political party that rose to power.
Okay.
Some years after Kafka's death, putting the two
We'll gloss over that one.
languages together here seems very deliberate.
I think I have heard of it. I've never read it. Never read it.
On by chciał со всем забыться, все забыть, потом пронунция и начать со всем снова. He longed to forget himself altogether, to forget everything, and then to wake up and begin life anew. Rodion Romanovich Raskolnikov is an impoverished student in St. Petersburg and the protagonist of the novel Crime and Punishment by Fyodor Mikhailovich Dostoevsky.
Yeah, I know I've never read it again. Never read it again. I've told ya, I am a Philistine and a troglodyte. But, like, I know some of the references, but I've been told about this one. Like, I know some names. Like, you know, I'm not that out of the loop. So some names I'm like, okay, I know that reference, but I don't know the specifics of how potentially the characters, themes, and stuff like that actually connects to said original literature. So this is eye-opening.
First published in 1866. Despite his poor stature, Rodion views himself as a peer to Napoleon, a remorseless overman, one destined for such greatness that he is not bound by conventional morality that
Sounds like Saint Contest.
dictates
Or
the
Saint
right and
Contest,
wrong
should I
of
say.
common folk. One day, both to test himself and to elevate himself out of poverty, he takes up an axe with the intent to murder an old, widely despised moneylender. As the blade of the hatchet ends not just the life of the usurer, but also that of her completely innocent pregnant sister, Rodion very quickly finds out that he is very much capable of remorse. The character art prominently displays gambling, which is a great visual representation both of delusions of grandeur and promises of wealth. And just like with murder, it's ill-gotten wealth that nonetheless allures people like Rodion with promises of status that would be otherwise unachievable. Her ego is called Raskol.
Okay, that makes a little bit more sense now, where I've got to in Canto 2, with specifically her role as well. Okay.
Of the novel's protagonist. In translation, it means to split, which is exactly what an axe does to anything that meets its blade. Ich wollte ja nichts als das zu leben versuchen, was von selber aus mir heraus wollte. Warum war das so sehr schwer? I wanted only to live in accord with the promptings which came from my true self. Why was that so difficult? Demian, the story of Emil Sinclair's youth, is a novel by Hermann Hesse, first published.
I'm just thinking of some of the scenes from Canto 2, man. Canto 2 so far. I know people say it's just like filler. I'm really enjoying it, I have so far.
Published in 1919. At first, the book was
I like some of the silliness in it.
authored by the titular Emil Sinclair.
Right, I was just thinking that, Ken. His pronunciations are really good. Like, especially when he was reading the Russian, I was like, is bro Russian? Now I'm like, is he German? Is bro just, you know, he was saying he was going to butcher them as well. It's like, doing a much better job than I could ever do.
Claire, who also serves as the narrator of the story. Emil's entire existence is that of a struggle between the physical world, described as Scheinwelt, which can mean either world of light or world of illusions, and the realm of Platonic ideals. It's very much a story of a man trying to climb out of Plato's cave, and the duality between light of ideals and the shadows it casts in the physical world are clearly represented in the character's art.
Okay.
His ego
True.
is called
Yeah.
Vogel,
Yeah.
which means bird in German. A bird breaking out of its own eggshell is a theme present in the story. The bird, representing a person, must first break out of its shell, the world, to truly be born and be able to fly towards the sky and closer to God, or truth that encompasses everything. The novel mentions the Gnostic deity Abraxas as being that presides over all, the good and bad, the true and illusory. Bonus points for the fact that this metaphor was stolen wholesale by Utena. Go watch Utena.
You could definitely see that in the artwork there regarding the light and the shadow, right? There's a lot that ends up relevant. Is this our emo? Is this our emo kid here?
Ever seen a stuffed genius? Yi Sang is
Yeah.
the name of a real Korean poet and writer, but the choice of emoji and quote point towards his 1936 short story Wings, in which the narrator
Okay.
is only ever referred to as I. I'll be honest, this one gave me the most issues. The summaries are short and nonsensical, and the author is renowned for his surrealist stream of consciousness style. So, of course, I located an English translation of the story and read it whole. It's like 12 pages, it's way less of a deal than I made it sound. In short, it's a story of a man so disassociated that he neither feels happy nor unhappy, lounging around in his sunless room for days. He doesn't know what his wife does all day, but she feeds him and gives him money, even if he does not enjoy the food and has nothing to spend the money on. But over time, he grows curious. He goes out, he wants to know why his wife keeps having male guests in her room that give her money. He wishes to have someone to...
Let's hope he's not sharing feet pics, right? You know? Standing in his room all day, wanting to share his missus' feet pics. You know, if you know, you know.
Give that money to. As he stumbles from heavy rain into his house, he sees what he should not have seen, hint hint, and his wife feeds him sleeping pills under the guise of trying to cure him from the cold. At the end, the man finds himself on the rooftop, wanting to shout that he wants his wings, his ambitions and dreams that he used to have back, but the words are never uttered. Hell, the entire story doesn't have one bit of dialogue, it's all tone of voice and summary.
Sounds like a true expression of someone's thoughts and feelings of depression, and again, as he says, the crushing of dreams that can happen with life, and how you can end up just mulling through life at times.
Now, I have to admit I feel I missed a lot from this story, both in translation and due to lack of cultural context.
Yeah.
Could it be just a story about a man so depressed he never left his room as his wife turned to sex work to feed both of them? Maybe. But considering that I mentions being 26, the same age as Lee-sang when the story was written, that Korea has been under Japanese occupation all his life, that he suffered from pneumonia that claimed his life a year later, and that Japanese authorities arrested him under suspicion of thought crime, there might be some metaphors here.
I would imagine so.
The Limbus is
a lot of stuff like that, it tends to be, you know, a bit metaphorical and literal as well, right? Sounding like listening to his life as well. I can understand that it would definitely be a bit of both, right? Because I could imagine, his experience was obviously one short-lived and probably not very pleasant as well, because we all know what the Japanese got up to in that period, and it wasn't very pretty.
In an all-white washed-out room, framed in a perspective that doesn't seem to fit his body proportions at all.
Almost like, do these represent like shattered dreams or something, maybe?
Around him, splashes of color reflected in mirrors so broken that it's impossible to discern the shapes. Certainly seems to be alluding to a similar sense of alienation from surrounding reality. His ego is called Hayong, and I honestly couldn't find much on it. I've seen claims that it was one of Yi's aliases, but I could not find proof for it. Yi-sang was a pen name to begin with. It might be a reversal of how Yong-ha, one of the most common Korean names, is written, but the characters don't match. If there are any Korean speakers in the audience, please let me know what to make of this.
Okay, so already, like, off the bat, like, again, as I say, total troglodyte and philistine when it comes to this sort of literature, right? You can understand why the game is quite twisted and dark, like, because a lot of the interpretations and the actual inspirations, if you will, pretty dark, right? Pretty dark. And yeah, you can definitely see that seeping into the game, that's for sure. Even as somebody who's this early on, as I say, especially with Canto 1, with the body horror and the metamorphosis and the just truly horrific and dark feel that you get from it, right? So yeah, you can definitely see that seeping into the game. I had to dip for a bit. Where Pixel going? Who's this young guy?
Ishmael. Ishmael is the first-person narrator of Moby Dick or The Whale, written by Herman Melville.
This is another one that I knew as well, even though I've never read Moby Dick, which is something that I actually need to change.
1851, which tells the story of Captain Ahab's obsession with hunting down the white whale that bit his leg off on his ship's previous voyage.
Wasn't there, if I remember now, you know, in the Wuthering Waves fishing event, I'm pretty sure there was a lot of little Easter eggs for Moby Dick in there, if I remember right. Or am I tripping? Am I just imagining that now?
First, I thought that Ahab would fit the shared theme.
100 people can read the same book and you're 100. Oh, for sure. That's the beauty of reading, right? Definitely, especially when it's not so on the nose as well, and a lot of stuff left up for interpretation. That's the beauty of writing and having things left up for interpretation. Total absolute segue, right? It's like, take the end of The Sopranos. I know this is totally separate, but like that's an ending that people consider one of the greatest endings in TV, because that's also left up for interpretation, where there's a lot of people who actually genuinely believe, nah, it's not. This is definitely, they're saying this is what's happened here. But they're not. Even the show writers came out and said, we kind of did leave it up for interpretation, and everybody's kind of got their own idea of what actually went down. So yeah, you know, like you say, something that might paint a picture to you paints a totally different picture to somebody else, right? That's the beauty of it.
Discussed better, that being in one form or another ego and either embracing it or disassociating from it. The captain's quest is positively insane and rooted in an obsession to take revenge on an animal that he hunted for profit to begin with. But then I thought about it. Who better to fit a theme of disassociation than a character that is part of the events of the story, but who is such a non-participant that nobody ever bothered to ask him for his real name? The name Ishmael in the Bible is associated with orphans, exiles, and other social outcasts, people on the fringes of society. And yet, it's this one sailor that lives to tell the tale after the ship is sunk by the white whale once more. Her ego is called hers, and in the novel, Ahab is told that before his death, he will see two of these, one made from American wood and one not made by mortal hands. The latter is the white whale itself, as a body of the harpooner Fedallah is entangled on top of it. The wooden one is the ship itself, carrying the corpses of all the crew other than Ishmael, who rises to the surface in a coffin that was on board of the ship. Wait, is that a motherfucking JoJo reference? I have not broken your heart. You have broken it. And in breaking it, you have broken mine. Coming
Is this
in
Wuthering
hot from the
Heights?
1847 novel Wuthering Heights, written by Emily Bront, Heathcliff is the epitome of spite. The story
It's Bronte, right? It's part of the Bronte sisters, right?
centers on two well-off families, Earnshaws and Lintons, and Heathcliff is an adopted son of the former house. His life is miserable as he's mistreated by almost everyone but Mr. Earnshaw and his daughter Catherine. The two grow close, but in the end she decides to just stay friends and marry Edgar Linton. So Heathcliff, like the half
Anger management problems, the guy.
individual he is, marries Edgar's sister, horribly mistreats her, then, under threat of death, forces his son to marry Catherine and Edgar's daughter to become the owner of both estates. Oh yeah, and he digs up Catherine's corpse to look at her as she died at childbirth. At the end...
Okay. That's fucked up.
With his revenge fulfilled and both estates in his name, Heathcliff just loses all will to live and wanders the home of Wuthering Heights, staring blankly at walls, until one day he is found dead with heavy rain pouring over his corpse from an open window. His ego is named Revenge, which is pretty self-explanatory, really.
Okay. Makes sense now. Makes sense.
And the character arch drives the point of how much misery and death was caused by him because he couldn't marry a woman that was technically his sister.
Hey, yo, Goldie, thanks for the sub.
Por alcanzar la estrella inalcanzable. To reach the
Is that
unreachable
crazy
star.
one, right?
First released in 1605, The Ingenious Gentleman Don Quixote of La Mancha is a novel written by Miguel de Cervantes. In it, the eponymous bored noble reads so many books on chivalric ideals that he decides to become a knight-errant, slaying monsters and saving ladies in distress, along with his trusty squire Sancho. Only issue is, he lives in a day and age that has long abandoned these ideals. Some might even say that they never existed outside of fiction to begin with. Don Quixote has been quite mimetic for attacking windmills, saying that they are hill giants, but there's also things like proclaiming his love to a woman he never met, and trying to constantly be a hero by assaulting people minding their own business, like a procession of pilgrims. The man is so lost in the world of honorable knights and fair ladies, a genre which I need to say was spawned and extremely popular in Cervantes times, that he completely misunderstands the much more complex and interesting world around him. Though he did free a bunch of galley slaves, so at least he did one thing right. However, modern interpretations of the story are much
is this what was referenced before? It was talking about the idea of escapism and how obviously escapism can be great, right? But when you get lost in it, you know, it can be a real problematic thing, right?
More understanding of Don Quixote, painting him as a man too idealistic.
Schizo reads so much night novels he decides to become a knight. Gotta respect that. Hey, yo, living the dream, right? Living the dream.
For the world he lives in. Most famous modern edition is the Broadway musical Man of La Mancha, from which both the quote and the name of his ego come from. Sueño imposible means impossible dream, which is the name of probably the most famous song of the entire show. The character art prominently features a merry-go-round spinning around like a windmill and being just a child's play version of riding a horse. Also, I have to mention how one of my mutuals, hi Saf, mentioned how he's the only character in the cast that doesn't look like he would mug you for a pack of cigarettes. It's kinda hilarious, honestly.
It's a hero of justice.
Duomo. All is good if not for one thing. The road to happiness is strewn with setbacks. A fun fact, that quote is two idioms put together and machine translation really doesn't like that, but I hope my translation of trying to fit the two together is possible. I tried to make it a bit more poetic to fit the theme. Dream of the Red Chamber, or Honglumen, is one of the great Chinese works of literature, written down by Suao Xueqin, who was in the direct service of the Qing dynasty and first printed in 1791. It tells the story of a sentient stone left behind when the goddess Nua mended the heavens. It wishes to enjoy the pleasures of red dust, or the mundane world, and is reborn as a boy born with a piece of jade in his mouth. The novel's story spans across years and depicts the rise and decline of wealth and status, the lasting power of love, and, according to many critics, Buddhist enlightenment of realizing how fleeting the material world is. The titular Red Chamber, or Honglu, is present in the protagonist's dream in one chapter, foreshadowing the fate of several characters. Look, I'll be honest, the translation of this book is almost 1000 pages long and I don't have that kind of lifespan. But I do have enough lifespan to watch the 30-something episodes TV series adaptation that won several awards that I learned of when writing the script. Just throwing this out there to anyone else that feels like an ingesting some culture after it was cut into bite-sized pieces by the chef. Their ego is called Taishu Huaijing, which translates to illusory world or universe, which is in line with the dualist themes of real world being.
Yeah, I remember Nuak because I remember when I did some Wua lore videos. Actually, I went into some of that mythos and stuff. That's gone back quite a while now. That is, I think that's like pre 2.0 when I was doing some theory crafting videos and stuff.
Illusions like in Demian, and the disconnection someone enlightened would feel from the surroundings. Kaina deno eshi ni wa sojite miniku monono utsukushi sa nadoto mosu koto wa wakarou hazu ga gozaimasenu.
It's that girl.
All painters are such mediocrities. They cannot appreciate the beauty of ugliness. Alluding to Hellscreen, a 1918 short story written by Ryunosuke Akutagawa, which centers around a famous painter Yoshihide, tasked by the local lord to paint a folding screen depicting the 8 Buddhist hells. Yoshihide is not one to shy away from gruesome study for his work, often doing things like just sitting down next to a corpse laying by the road and sketching it in minute detail. He commits more and more questionable acts, like having an owl attack his apprentice, in pursuit of perfectly painting torment and torture, which culminates in him requesting the Lord to burn down a carriage with a woman in it, burning alive, as the final piece of the screen. So of course, Yoshihide witnesses his daughter being consumed by flames, finishes his work and hangs himself. But the Limbus character is not named
Sounds like a nice guy. Sounds like a nice guy.
Yoshihide. She's named Ryoshu, which means Lord, and no matter what depravity the painter's obsession committed in the name of art, the one true despicable person in the story is the Lord who commissioned the whole thing. The entire story is framed as a servant telling
Makes a little bit more sense now, like a little bit the way she is from what I've seen so far, and why, again, she's the character, the one that goes off on a tirade, you know? She starts just spitting expletives to the point where those guys are taking notes. That scene, still one of my favorites so far in the game. I know I mentioned it last time, but I really enjoyed it.
Story, and despite heaping praise on their sire, it is painfully obvious that the feudal lord is a piece of shit. He's generous, So he offered a favorite servant of his as human sacrifice for a temple. He's just, and that's why he instantly denied Yoshihide's plea to let his daughter stop working at the mansion despite previously stating he can have anything for his previous work. He is honorable, and that's why he tried to rape the girl and had her burn alive when that didn't work out. The background art depicts the hell on earth in the form of the city's back streets. Specifically, the five fingers allude to the powerful syndicates known as Well Fingers. Her ego is a set of 3 Yojijikugo, Japanese 4-character idioms. They are as follow.
Damn, there's so many Easter eggs within Limbus Company, right? So many things are alluded to that like could just go over the head of a layman like me, as I said. A Philistine, a troglodyte, an uncultured swine. Obviously, I know there's a lot of games that like to do this sort of stuff, and gacha games do here and there, but I'm actually surprised by the amount of little nods towards stuff. It's just going straight off. This is like the initial leaks as well for the art as well, right? This is really cool, man.
Yamuchu, selfless focus.
You can really tell they are not nerds, but like they've got a passion for that. And you can see it within their own writing, right? So far, as I say, I do really like the writing in the game, what I've experienced. You know, obviously the voice lines, but along with like Dante's inner monologues and stuff, they are written really well. So you can tell it's definitely a passion of theirs, yeah?
Pandemonium, agonized screams.
Again, it's making me super... Sorry to keep pausing. It's making me super excited to... I'm actually, like... Arknights is my favourite gacha game, right? I'm genuinely excited to experience more of Limbus Company's story. And I'm quite confident now. Obviously, maybe I hate it. I don't think so, because so far I'm really enjoying it. I think it might actually get added into the second gacha game, but I'm like, okay... That's a story that I can vibe with, because I've said this before, right? For the most part, there's bits here and there, bits of Reverse 1999, that I'm like, I can say this is good shit, right? Genuinely good shit, not just good for a gacha game type of stuff. So yeah, I'm excited, man. I'm excited. Watching all this sort of stuff is definitely making me more excited as well. You're gonna have to hit me up with more videos, guys. I definitely want more stuff, as long as it's not spoilery, right? As spoiler free as possible.
Tsuretsu, incoherent, illogical, not making sense. So in full, it can be translated as something like senseless, selfless focus on tortured streams, I think.
This is Mercel.
Aujourd'hui, maman est morte. Au peut-être, je ne sais pas. Mother died today, or maybe it was yesterday, I don't know. The protagonist of 1942 novella The Stranger, penned by Albert Camus, Merceau is a man seemingly indifferent to everything. He attends his mother's funeral but does not weep or show other signs of grief, gets into a sexual relationship...
Only seen little bits of him. He does seem a little bit almost nonchalant a little bit.
Just the day after...
Hold on, let me... I missed that.
Merceau is a man seemingly indifferent to everything. He attends his mother's funeral but does not weep or show other signs of grief.
Okay.
Gets into a sexual relationship just the day after, speaks his mind without a care for other person's feelings, and, at the end of the first part of the story, shoots an Arab man in cold blood with seemingly no reason. His internal narration focuses not on the victim or any turmoil caused by his death, but on how bothered Merceau is by the heat and sunlight. His ego is called sun in French, which is the only explanation novel Merceau has for the murder. The sun was in his eyes, and that's why he shot the Arab. Sun not as something to be praised and prayed to, a benevolent force of light and warmth, but an irritating eyesore. Merceau is so disconnected from the world around him that he does not share the common, seemingly universal cultural associations. And Limbus Merceau is so disconnected from the world that there seems to not be a speck of color in his entire character art. It's all the same to him.
Again, I said this before, right? I really like the fact that they've got the 12 characters and they just build around that, because it really allows them to go in depth. I like that choice as well, because a lot of gacha games would probably be a little bit afraid to do that, right? To purposefully make a character designed to tie into that, the inspiration to that point of like, okay, we're gonna have a character that looks quite mute in terms of its color palette and stuff, because typically in the gacha space, you know, we got to sell the characters because of the way the game's set up. They don't have to do it in the same way, do they? So I suppose it allows a little bit more genuine creative freedom rather than, right, we've got to make this as sellable as possible visually initially. Now, don't get me wrong, there's some cool looking fucking shit though, like some of the characters or the IDs is what they're called, like the alters of the characters in this game do actually look fucking badass, so like genuinely. As well, I need to learn more about that. You know, is it the same? I'm going to assume so, right? You know, with the IDs, the alters, are they all like inspired by real world literature and stuff? I'm going to assume so, right? I'm guessing there's connections throughout it, and that they use those to explore other stuff as well in regards to how they have with the other characters, right?
My name is Otis. Otis is the Greek word for nobody, most famously used as a pseudonym by Odysseus in the...
You guys told me this. I wouldn't have got this. I've never read the Iliad or the Odyssey or anything like that, right? And I would have never got Otis for that because I just don't know the translation. Do you know what I mean? Some are inspired by the PM universe itself. Ego is from Lobotomy Corp. Okay.
Odyssey, a collection of poems written by Homer circa 8th century BCE. In the Odyssey, when meeting the Cyclops, Odysseus claims that his name is Otis, or Nobody. When the hero strikes the monster in its one eye, the giant cries, "Nobody is trying to kill me!" And so nothing comes to its rescue, despite it being the son of Poseidon. The ego is the same word but written in Greek alphabet. In general, the character seems peculiar. The ego name is not seen anywhere on the weapon, unlike on the...
Dumbass. Nobody's trying to kill me.
The other art, the name repeats itself. The quote is in English rather than Greek. It's as if Otis was a blank slate, devoid of identity, truly a no one. The character art might allude to Trojan War, but that's all I have. On a side note, the Latin...
Does kind of look like a Trojan horse, to be fair. Would that potentially allude to Otis as a character then? Do they deal with something like that, or are they actually almost a potential Trojan in our midst?
Equivalent of Otis is Nemo, so I hope that the Kane office plays some role here.
We got a flashbang. We got our flashbang, guys. We got our flashbang. Let me hold up a second. Let me move chat at the mini because it's kind of blocking everything. Right, I'll put it over there for now.
As irrt der Mensch, solang strebt. Man errs as long as he strives. Faust is a legendary character, but his most famous rendition is that from the stage play of the same name by Johann Wolfgang von Goethe, first published in 1808. The titular scholar is bored of the limits of human knowledge and is approached by a demon called Mephistopheles, offering him magical powers and the ability to do anything he wants for the price of his soul. The catch being that if Faust is ever pleased to the point where he wished that the moment would never pass, he would die instantly. Side note, but I always love the quote from Mephistopheles claiming that he is part of that force that always wills the evil and always produces the good, explicitly stating that he is up to no good, but luring Faust in, claiming the opposite of the road to hell being paved with good intentions. That's what we call a false equivalence, kids. The ego is called Walpurgisnacht, which is the night of Saint Walpurgis, the last night of April, which in Germany is often associated with witches meeting on the Brocken Mountain and consorting with the devil. As most Saints' X Day, it is believed to be a pagan holiday retrofitted into Christian canon by the church. In the play, Faust visits the Brocken on Walpurgisnacht, where Mephistopheles tries to get him laid so that he stops thinking about Gretchen, a young woman that he seduced.
Tries to get him laid. I was just thinking about that. Like, according to the deal, I was just thinking, damn, bro, definitely don't want to be getting some good cheeks then, right? Because he might be in trouble. He might be in trouble. You, that's it now. You have to only get bad head. That's all you're allowed to get. You know, you can enjoy it, but a little bit of teeth just to make you think, well, you know, let's hurry up, you know?
Impregnated when turned into a young man by magic. And that's all, folks. 12 characters, 12 accounts of egoism or lack of self. Hopefully 12 interesting spins on the idea in Limbus once it comes out. Shame we didn't get any Polish representation.
I really like how in depth he went here before the game even dropped, right? Shout out to this dude.
Next time. It's always the next time. Actually, quick addendum, as a new character was revealed just as I was editing the audio, so I'm doing this bit unscripted. Dante. Most famously, the protagonist of the May Cry. Second most famously, Dante Alighieri wrote the
most famously,
which was finished in 1320. It's a story about his journey throughout hell, then purgatory and heaven to find his dead love, with the companionship of his senpai Virgilius. It's very much.
Is what's it based on that a little bit then, to a degree? What's that film called now? Oh, what's the film called with Robin Williams? He dies in a car crash, right? He's a children's doctor, right? He dies in a car crash, doesn't he? And he finds out, he goes to heaven, and it's like an oil painting, right? And he's like, his dog's there, and his wife's not there though, right? And he can't figure out why his wife's not there. And I think after he passed away, his wife killed herself, right? And she gets sent to hell because obviously, you know, suicide being a sin and stuff. And then it's like, he gives up his right to be in heaven to go through like the layers of hell to try and rescue his wife, right? And there's a scene in it like that where I think he sees her, and there's like a floor, basically. It's like the whole floor's like people like half like trapped in the floor, if you know what I mean. If I remember correctly. Oh, what's that film called now? I'm going to have to Google it. Hold up. What Dreams May Come? I think it's What Dreams May Come, right? Yeah. What Dreams May Come. Sounds somewhat similar to that does. I wonder if that film was inspired by that. That's a scene I'm on a bit there. See what I mean? He's like running across all the faces, like. I wonder.
Much a fanfic, so never let anyone tell you that you're a subpar writer because you write fanfics, but it's very important for Italian poetry in general. Interestingly,
I would imagine there's some inspiration from that game taken from that then, yeah. I mean, that film taken from Dante's Inferno.
Implication that rather than ego, this might be, you know, true name, like in demon mythos where someone's true name gives them power over you, which is interesting when it repeats with Otis, but, you know, again, this is just speculation based on the fact that we got one art that I didn't expect, so, you know, great.
And so far, it makes sense with Dante, right, and his power and what they're doing and stuff, like, yeah.
This video was made thanks to my wonderful Patreon support.
He bought most of those books a couple of months ago. I feel like I need to read them. Like, is Limbus not only going to give me a good experience, but it's going to make me a more cultured person? Because I honestly, myself now, I'm like, damn, I should really be reading some of this stuff, you know? As I say, I like to read. I don't read enough, but I tend to read fiction, right? In terms of, I don't know, some of this stuff is fiction, but like, you know, more sci-fi fiction, fantasy. I like my stuff like Lord of the Rings, you know, that's the sort of stuff I like. But maybe I need to read some of these classics and give them a go, because I feel like I'm missing out on quite a lot here after watching this video. And I feel like maybe the game's going to be interesting if it does push me to do that. I'll have to get back to you guys if I become a more cultured person because of a Korean gacha game.
Interacting with it. Next video is already written and.
All right, man. Yeah, that was a great video. I enjoyed that, honestly. I've learned a lot through that, and it's really cool to see with Limbus Company how they've really injected that stuff into the world. Because obviously, with a game like Arknights, you see a lot of stuff injected into that as well. And some of it's quite on the nose as well. Like, you know, some of the stuff with like Victoria and the Terrans and stuff, and Colombia and the War of the Four Emperors and all that sort of stuff. You know, there's like, if you even know like surface level sort of history, you're like, okay, I get what they're doing there. But like a lot of these are a lot more, let's say, for the educated individual, right? Which it appears I am not. So maybe I need to maybe I need to change that, man. All right then, man. I'm dropping this guy's sub, guys, as well. If you haven't checked out Last Minute Essays, Go show them some love. I think that was a great video. To do that all as well before the game launched. Yeah, man. Props. I like it. My biggest question for all Limbus, who is Beatrice for Dante. With the other PM games, you realise how well read the CEO is on religion and all sorts of literature. Yeah, I respect it. I need to I need to read more myself. Honestly, I do. I am terrible when it comes to that sort of stuff. I really should. I should get more well versed in some of the classics. You know, I really should. Like I said, Limbus makes people read more outside of the game than inside of it. That's a good point, because I'm already thinking I actually need to. Which no other gacha games ever made me feel like that. Not even Arknights, right? I'm genuinely excited though, man, to get deeper into Limbus Company. I really am. I really am. What we got here then? I think these ones from Ken, I think we'll probably watch these another time, because I think these are chunky videos, right? I think these are chunky, right? I think we're talking, how long are we talking here? How long are we talking?
Greetings, dear guest.
Oh, it's only 25 minutes. We'll do it another one, though. We'll do it another one, otherwise we'll end up just going all night, though. But yeah, we got some videos there to watch next time. But yeah, I really enjoyed that. I did have a video here from Stjorg that we could watch, which is just an 8-minute video. But maybe we'll watch that one in another one as well. So should we we'll save that to our watch later. Talk about the Limbus Company community being insane. How long are you gonna stream for? I'm scared of the lack of Arknights. I'm jumping on the game in a sec. You got to watch the LabCorp vid before the Ruiner vid, since it's a direct sequel. The Lobotomy Corp, yeah. Did I watch the Zhuang Fangyi trailer? I don't know if I did. I think did I? Is it something new? I think. Is this the one I watched on Twitter? Actually, no. Oh shit! No, I ain't watched this. Oh fuck yeah! Let's watch this. I didn't know the. All right, cool. Let's watch this then. Operator, sorry. Zhuang Fangyi, spring wind always finds its way back home. Let's go, boys. Let's check this one out, man. I'm interested. Arknights.
Inquiry is a long quest, lit by a faint hope.
Hold up. Dude, what is with YouTube defaulting to fucking 480p, brother? Get out my face with that shit.
Even with the many fruits of our predecessors.
He's got a bop on this trailer.
All could fall to ruin in a fleeting instant.
Bandwidth and data cost money. I pay these motherfuckers £15 a month. Fuck the bandwidth.
But fear not. You are not alone on this quest.
Ooh.
Some came early, others late. Countless souls are treading the same path.
Is this peak? Okay. Oh, that's cool.
Setbacks are many.
And Moses.
Yet the sight of your fellow seekers shall give you the strength.
Is she Moses? That's the Red Sea, literally, right? In a way, it's blight, bro. There's some cool ass visuals in this. Holy shit.
This stream can fill oceans and move mountains. It revives hope.
Unlimited leak powers.
All seems lost. It is the power to reshape this world.
That's cool. This has got some beautiful visuals. This goes fucking hard, this does. I think even if you're an Enfield hater, surely this stirs something, right? This is fucking awesome. I want one of them. Okay. All right. That was pretty fucking dope. I definitely feel like there's some, like, you know, I mean, was we doing a part in the Red Sea there, yeah? You know, I know it's not literally sea because it's the Blight, right? Well, I feel like, yeah? I think the story's still going to be mid. Did that not stir something in your waters there, though, Ken? Was you not like, oh my God, yo, I'm vibing. I'm vibing. This is fire. Oh, he's just like, psh, nah, can't fool me. Not having it. It's gonna take at least 2 patches of peat before I say yeah. That was a tune though as well, right? That's not EP music, is it? It's not, is it? That's a banger. That is that music in the background. I'm pretty sure that's not an EP, right? It did nothing for me. She's just a waifu for Enmin. Hey, you know, you can only lead a horse to water, right? that was a good trailer, though. That was a good trailer. I enjoyed it. That was a good one. It's got me excited for 1.2, actually. Man, we're eating good at the minute, boys. Fucking, I'm enjoying chapter 13. I'm actually kind of starting to really fall for fucking Limbus Company. We've got fucking 1.2 tomorrow. Mongol Star Drive's actually kind of fun. We've got NTE in just over a week, you know? Fuck, boys. Let's go. I'm fucking with you. I'm fucking with, what's this here about Pokey here? What's this? Realistically speaking, I feel like people thinking that AKECC is going to be crazy. They'll probably be hella disappointed. Oh, contingency contract. Well, I was reading that CC, like content creator, right?
Watch your edges? I'm a be so for real. Realistically speaking, I feel like people thinking that Arknights Anvil's contingency contract is gonna be crazy, they'll probably be hella fucking disappointed.
Oh, of course.
I feel they are definitely gonna tone down the difficulty.
It ain't even about toning down the difficulty, right? I think even if they wanted to make it as hard, I don't think they can. I don't think they can't turn it up any louder, bro. This was recorded through 5 fucking walls, I think. I can't turn it up any louder. I think somebody put Pokey in the bath, went downstairs, and recorded it from the garden. So, yeah, that's the best I can do. But yeah, I think even if they tried to make it as hard, I just don't think it's possible, if I'm honest.
Because Anvil is...
After my experience with CC anyway, like, you know, I was able to do the early stuff and get some score, and then was drastically humbled, right?
This game catered way more towards, like, casuals, right? For, like, the general population. So there's no fucking way they're gonna make an endgame content that's, like, you're pausing 75% of the time. There's no way, right? And they specifically remove the pause in the combat to make it appeal more to casuals. So if anything, I think what is a more realistic expectation for CC is that it'll probably...
I don't agree with that sentiment. Only, not because I'm not saying it's untrue. I just think it's unfounded. You know, this idea that the slowdown was removed because it's a casual thing for it to be more action-based. Now, I'm not saying it's not more widespread, but, yeah, I don't know. I definitely think there's a lot of people who say, well, we know this is why they made these choices. You know, like the whole blueprint conversation and and stuff around that, right? I've noticed that seems to think about that. People making those comments to me in comment sections about the blueprints and stuff, and I'm like, was you in the boardroom when these decisions were made? Now we can infer, and I'm not saying we can't make good inferences, right? But yeah, I don't know about that one. But I agree with what he's saying though.
Let's end up becoming like a daily assault. I think. That's what I think. Maybe a bit harder, but yeah, like you add your own multipliers, right? You add your own debuffs, whatever the fuck, but like it won't be as like, oh my god,
I think the really cool thing will be is what'll make it interesting, and I think they probably will go down this route. We'll have to wait and see, right? Is it not just purely about being multipliers and debuffs and stuff, and you get less crit, they get more crit, and your health slower, and I think what'll ultimately make it interesting is if there's literally, when this is turned on, there's new mechanics applied to the stage, whether that be through ads, extra main bosses, stage mechanics and stuff. That's where they need to go personally for me. And I was talking about this before in regards to, you know, this survival stuff they've got going on at the moment. It's kind of poorly implemented, if you ask me, because some of the stages are just like, I literally just switch off while I'm doing it. I'm fine with it because I'm okay with them testing stuff, right? But some of the ideas that are in there, I'm like, okay, I think if you actually implemented that into another game mode that actually has genuine mechanics, I think that shit can honestly work, if I'm honest. You know, just little things like having particular enemies. It's like, okay, target that enemy, use that enemy against the enemy kind of thing. And I think like they could really go kind of in deep with the mechanics. I just think it is cool because of the game that Arknights is. It's just a different monster to pretty much everything in the gacha space, right? And from its design, from its core design, it's designed in such a way that it is kind of right what Super says. It's almost a sandbox game, right? That just allows for so much like connectivity and plugins to be added to change the experience on kind of a whole new level in a way. And I think you're always going to be somewhat limited in a game like Enfield. Maybe they prove us wrong, right? Maybe they do, honestly. And I'm still incredibly excited for it. And I think if they do it right, I think it's going to be amazing. But yeah, we do have to stop doing that. We think with Enfield full stop, right, is expecting everything to be Arknights. It's not. It's in the Arknights universe. It's a different game altogether. Like, it's cool to see gaps being bridged, you know, if we do get some sort of like cool tower defense stuff connecting, like genuine tower defense, and we see modes coming over, you know, if we get a really good roguelike, if they can make it happen. We see CC coming over and they do other stuff that was in the game. I'm all for it, right? But I'm happy to treat Enfield as a separate entity personally, and I think I'm having much more fun doing that as well.
You know, like my group of like 10 people coming up with one strategy and pausing like 80% of the time, I want it to be that way, all right? So it will be like a daily assault end game with like, and there are
who's to say, like, hear me out here, I don't know if they could do this, who's to say that they couldn't potentially bring back some of those mechanics that were in the early tests for particular modes? I'm just putting it out there. I don't know. I'm not a game developer, right? I'm just putting it out there, right? I'm just putting it out there that maybe they could. Because the thing with that mode, I do believe I agree with what Cookie said in a sense. The slowdown's cool, awesome. It is really cool. It's definitely more strategic. But do you want to be doing that for 6 years? Do you want to be fighting boss fights for 45 minutes because the slowdown? Do you want to be farming stages in that sort of way? You know, I definitely do agree with some of that stuff that Cookie was saying in that regard. It's all right for a one and done box price game that you might play for 15 hours, right? But when you're putting thousands of hours potentially into a game over years, is that going to be the best fit? Now, I don't know. Maybe. But I do kind of agree with what he was saying, the theory. I'm like, oh, actually, I never really thought about it like that, but I kind of get what he's saying. But for limited events, you could add those sort of things in. Maybe. I'm just throwing it out there. I don't know. Maybe that'd be much harder to do than... I'm a layman, right? I play games. I don't make them, so I don't know.
Like Enfield multipliers that you can select, like maybe you get like more HP, right, more attack, more defense, and then you select.
I hope it's not just that stuff though, because that's just boring. Like it's cool, but just having like things like more HP, more defense, more crit and stuff like that is pretty simplistic. But I know he's not saying that's what it's going to be. He's just explaining kind of thing. But
Watch is like Faker. This is like when watching Faker play LOL and saying this game is easy half.
Oh, this is what. Okay, the first, I did not say Faker is making this look easy because I can tell this looks fucking hard because he's literally pausing when he's playing the game, right?
Oh shit! Is he watching somebody? I thought he was playing. So has Polky never played? Arknights. Out of curiosity, I'm just curious.
I can tell that this is a hard ass fucking clear. So I know this is not easy, but yeah,
Okay, all right. I agree with what you're saying. It's not going to be as hard, I don't think. It might be mechanically hard, right? It might be mechanically hard in terms of just fucking get mechanically better. But I just don't think Arknight Enfield could ever be as hard in the sense of, okay, shit, I need to think about this. Do you know what I mean? I think in terms of when you really add mechanical skill, and typically gacha games are going to give you some thought process, maybe, and then it's just, you know, do your rotations or whatever. And hopefully that, because like we've got some cool mechanics in the game already. But yeah, I just think, you know, you're never going to be able to get the Arknights experience in here. But hey, yo, we'll have to wait and see. I'm incredibly excited for CC. I was really happy to see. He watched it instead of, he said it looked easy. That's the thing with Arknights, all right. When you watch people playing it and you don't understand the mechanics, the systems, the kits, the way the game works, it kind of, you look and you're like, well, he's just putting stuff down and it's doing it? That don't look hard. You know? So I can kind of get it from a person who doesn't play the game to watch something and be like, this doesn't look too hard, actually, because it's not somebody like fucking pressing fucking 17 different inputs all at the same time and giving the self carpal tunnel, right? Yeah, I can understand it, but even if CC's like 50% as difficult as the real CC, a lot of people are going to have a shock, right? But I'd be surprised if it's 10%, really. Reload, you put Super's taking here, have you? Where? Hold up. Oh, there we go. Super's take on 1.2. What's this? What's this post on YouTube? What's this? Let's have a look. Let's have a look what the Italian stallion said then. It turns out Enfield 1.2 will last 49 days and indeed only have Fangi in it, whose banner will end halfway through. I've never seen Hypergryph panic like this. Fangi herself feels like they panicked and released her for 1.2 early. Like, why is she coming out before Mifu or her subsidiary? But so much of the 1.2 stream felt like less catching W's and more like apologising, retracing L's. Continued contracts inclusion also felt like fan service, as it now kind of makes Umbral Monument entirely pointless. Why? Just let me process that. Why does it make Umbral Monument pointless? Is it because they're leaning into mechanics in Umbral Monument? So I don't know. I disagree with that. Respectfully, like, I like Super. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to process it. You know, because like Umbral's just a simple boss mode, really, right? With light mechanics for people who maybe just want to, especially now that time is coming, really like efficiently cut down the times for speed runs, right? I feel like that's what that's going to be for. And then for people to just clear it when they just want to do the basic clears, right? Get the trim medals and stuff. Maybe because it's becoming mechanic reliant and CC's hopefully and probably evidently going to be incredibly mechanic heavy, but I don't see how it makes the mode pointless. Anyway, just none of it felt particularly planned out or thought out, and more so panic buttons to keep people invested for the future. I suppose it's how you look at it, right? I don't know. Maybe I'm just way more positive because, like, I genuinely don't buy into this idea because I've seen, and there's a lot of CCs saying this now, and CCs who I genuinely respect, right? I honestly genuinely respect, and I'm not even saying they're wrong because I've got no evidence to the contrary, but it feels like statements being made with the lack of evidence in the terms of the, oh yeah, people are obviously quitting the game. And I'm like, but other than your friends list, what evidence do you have to that? Well, Twitch tracker numbers are low. But I don't know if I necessarily buy into it. But again, there's no evidence to say that's not true. I can't go, well, actually, I've got proof because there's a lack of evidence, right? And we've all got that lack of evidence. So I think we're all kind of just, I think really the evidence that we've got is we can go, all right, then, Google Trends, you know, somebody's favorite thing, Twitch tracker, YouTube streams and YouTube views. Then I think, like, who's watching lads on Twitch? Ain't nobody watching Love and Deep Space. Who's at the top of the board most of the times? Love and Deep Space. You know, who's really talking about Pokemon TCG? Ain't nobody talking about Pokemon TCG. Who's just banking cash every single month? I think sometimes you get a little bit too wrapped up on Western niche metrics on websites, specifically a website like Twitch, which, let's face it, Twitch hasn't been in the greatest place. Now, obviously, this is not me saying, oh, I've got to defend Enfield, because I'm happy to criticize the game, and I'm happy to have this stuff proved, because if it's true, it's true. And that's what it is, right? If the game is losing players, and it's losing players. Well, I think really the only evidence you got is, well, I look at my friends list and a lot of people have stopped playing on my friends list. But like, I tend to see that from a lot of people who Enfield or Arknights isn't their main game, and Wuthering Waves is the main game, or like Star Rail's the main game. And it's like, okay, a lot of people who've added them are probably from their community, have gone back to their main game. And it's like, is it truly reflective of the Enfield player base, or is it reflective of another community that's tried it out and maybe not vibing with it? You know, again, I am not saying this is wrong, right? Because I've got no evidence to the contrary. We're all just making assumptions here. All of us, right? All of us are making assumptions. The only evidence that we've got from Enfield is that 173 million that they made in the first 2 weeks, and it was doing well on some charts, and the Arknights is doing really well on some charts at the minute in terms of like app stores and stuff. But other than that, yeah, we really don't know. But again, I'm not even saying Super's wrong here. I disagree on the Umbral Monument tape, but again, in regards to what he's saying here, this is just a perception of the stream, which is totally fair, right? Because you could argue there is a fair argument to potentially make that, well, CC was thrown out there to be like, look what we got, Arknights guys, look what we got. But I'd argue there's a massive part of the Enfield player base now who's never touched Arknights, so that CC and be like, what's this? You know, what's this like? Honestly, it's taken the next 49 days for reference. The game has, I do admit, the patch is a little bit long for what the content in it is. So that's fair. On regards to the banner, it's going to make them less money. So like, I feel like if there was panicking, I feel like they would have forced out both her and Mifu, right, to make as much money as possible if there was really in a panic mode, surely, rather than going with one banner and a rerun. Because I'm sure this patch, unless the game is doing better than we thought, probably will make a little bit less money. I'm going to assume. I don't know. I've heard through grapevines that Rossi did really well, but we've got no evidence for that other than what people say, right? The game has been at 84 days total, so it'll be around a third of its total lifespan to just develop things and pause and slow down. The game massively, absolutely reads as panic, and Hypergryph really understanding they need to get their shit together for 1.3. Shit. Oh, was that read? Oh, Shola, sorry. Together for 1.3. If nothing else, it means 1.3 will be super, super great, surely. I like that picture. That picture's sick. Again, I think it could potentially be perceived as this, yeah, but I suppose if you went down the glass half empty, you could say, well, contingency contract was mentioned, them trying to pull people back in, or they're giving everybody a free pass, them trying to pull people back in. But I feel like that's potentially a counter to a longer patch that only has one banner. Because is it going to be for 1.2? We're getting it for 1.2, that? the free pass. Is that coming for 1.2? It is, isn't he? I'm not tripping, right? Everybody's overreacting in your opinion. Scroll down for my comment. Where is he? I've gone past it. Where's he, Bucko? It doesn't scream panic in your opinion. To take for sure, the pass is 1.2. Yeah. I honestly don't see it as a panic. What? Because I feel like if it was panic, well, it's hard to read what panic is, but I feel like there'd be more incentives. We need you to buy more stuff. We're going to add a mental amount of bundles. We're going to have 2 stacked banners. We know we really want Mifu. We know people really want to, bam, put them together. Potentially have a rerun on there as well. There's 3 banners all at the same time. We need to fucking get cash in. But I feel like they made so much money in the first fucking month that they're probably good for the next 6 months of development. Yeah, that's not to say they haven't got to start making fucking crazy money, but I think they probably already are, right? This game's development's been paid for, surely, within the first 2 months, I would imagine, right? Because 173 million plus whatever they've made since then. I could imagine you could say the conservative estimate, this game's made 250 million already, maybe? I would think, if the numbers are numbering. Most games do 6-week patches. Enfield may be doing a smaller 5-week patch and a longer 7-week patch cycle, which is still 12 weeks for 2 patches. That's true as well, yeah. The actual evidence out there is very positive. The negative stuff is all anecdotes and hand waving. You can't disprove a exactly, yeah. That's it. Like, yeah, I agree, yeah. I'm not saying they're wrong, because Smack said it as well. And it's like, I can't stand here and say, you're incorrect. Because I can't, as you say, I can't prove something that lacks the evidence either way. Because then I'd just be going, right then, I'd go off my anecdotal evidence, right? That's why, like, I don't think it is, but maybe it is. Maybe the game's dead. But I tend not to think so. If it was panic, we would have gotten way more rewards for the patch too. I said slot field keeps falling. Oh well, back to retracing our steps. Is Steph sitting pretty right now? Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I think I again, at the end of the day, it's no disrespect to Super. Super's a fucking grown ass dude who can fucking, understand different perspectives. But I honestly disagree with this. And as I say, as respectfully as possible, right? Again, I'm not even saying it's wrong. Specifically the Umbral Monument thing is more my disagree. I'd love to know super specifics of why Umbral Monument becomes entirely pointless. Because I'm honestly open to hear that, right? I genuinely am. Because we don't even know what CC is going to look like yet. It's like, if we get like an IS type mode, does that make everything else pointless? Surely different kinds of end games, late game content is great, right? More the better, surely. Because it's an event, it's a limited time event, and we've still got a slot for another permanent mode as well, haven't we? So I'm assuming it's not going to go into that 3rd slot. Oh yeah, we'll have to see. Yeah. All right, yeah, cool. Yeah, thanks for posting that. I always like to see what people have got to say about the game. You guys know me. You can... I ain't fucking... I've got to defend my company type of guy. I love to hear different opinions, because sometimes I can be like, oh, okay, wait a minute. All right. That's actually an interesting perspective. Which is to say, I'd genuinely, and not even in a dickhead way, of like, what are you saying then? I'd genuinely like to understand why it makes Umbral Monument pointless, because I might agree, It's because Umbral Monument is designed as hard endgame content, and CC is another hard endgame content, sorry. That's like saying that CC makes integrated strategies pointless, right? Or RA or whatever. You know what I mean? I want multiple types of endgame. And I'd argue as well, Umbral Monument's not exactly hard, really, is it? Umbral Monument's more of, we're going to show you that you need to use mechanics here. Go use the mechanics, have a play around. It feels like a mode that's like, here's a mode where you can kind of fuck around with your team comps a little bit. Right, obviously you need some sort of structure, but it's like, understand the mechanic, unlock the mechanic, clear the stage, pretty much. Where, who knows, CC might be that mode where it's like, okay, I've got to lock in with my fucking meta team here or I'm going to get my cheeks spread. Well, obviously there's going to be a lot more choice in CC, so you play it how you want in a way, can't you? Like I said, Umbral Monument is mid-core. Yeah, we've said, yeah, I like that. Yeah, we've said it's like an EX stage in a sense, right? I just think it may be because CC will essentially just be Umbral Monument. But do you think it will, though? Because I know you're critical of the game. Do you think it will be Umbral Monument? Because I think that's a damning indictment of what CC is going to be then, right? That basically just means CC is going to have nothing to it. Which, if it doesn't, then I'll be blasting them because it's like, what the fuck, the point of even calling it contingency contract? But Super just thinks that CC is just a better hard endgame content, so why would we need to make more Umbral Monuments? I don't know, like, in my head, I'm like, maybe they're coming at it like they do with Arknights. There's some people who don't really fuck around with CC, but they'll play integrated strategies over and over and over and over, right? And there's people out there who like reclamation algorithm. Fuck that. I ain't doing that. But I'll go bash CC when it drops. You know, I'll go play integrated strategies and do all the endings. I'm there every event and stuff. I'm doing all the fucking EX stages and stuff. But I think the thing with Arknights, it's one of those games that there's so much content. I think there's people who come into my chat regularly who've played the game for years and they've still got lots of content they haven't even bothered doing yet because the game's just got so much to it. You know what I mean? And I hope Enfield gets like that, where there's literally like, I've got plenty of content to do and I haven't even touched fucking contingency contract. Well, I don't even fuck around with Edge Space, but I'll make sure I do Umbral Monument every reset. I feel like Umbral is a testing ground for how mechanics are received and they can work into CC. Maybe that's what Super's referencing there, potentially. And when it comes in, it's kind of pointless. But then you could argue the opposite, couldn't you? That it is a staging ground to pour into CC before it goes into CC as well. I want to consider a mode with essentially one-off rewards per stage endgame. Yeah, I think most people... I think people who tend to see Umbral Monument as true endgame. Maybe the devs do. Maybe they do. It's a permanent mode, right? It's people who play other gacha games. I think if you came from Arknights, most people are like, yeah, I don't even look at Umbral as endgame. Got any tips for staying consistent in working out? Man, I've been inconsistent as fuck this week. Don't rely on motivation. Fuck motivation. Don't rely on it. Motivation will come to you at 3 o'clock in the morning when you're doom scrolling and saying, I am going to smash the gym tomorrow. I'm going to eat good. I'm not going to eat sugar. I'm not going to eat junk food. I'm not going to drink beer. I'm not going to smoke, whatever the voices are in your life. And then the next day you wake up and go, oh, man, let me drink a fucking bottle of Coke, you know? Rely on discipline. Discipline is your best friend. It sucks when you don't want to go to the gym. Those are the days you go to the gym. When you don't want to work out, those are the days that you make sure you go to the gym. Because when you want to go to the gym, you don't need to make sure you go to the gym, right? But when you come out to the gym when you felt like you didn't want to go, they're the days when you're like, I am so fucking glad I went to the gym today. That's what puts a smile on your face. That's what gets the endorphins going. That's the way I look at it. You know, on those days which I really don't want to go to the gym, I'm tired. I'm either aching from a hard session the day before. I didn't get much sleep. I've got a lot on that day. I don't really have the time. I get in, I come out, and I feel much better. I think it's going to be Umbral Monument with the agony-specific new additions to the enemies, but you can add on to more of that stuff. Maybe. IS best repeatable game mode, though. I want raid style mechanics, add things like add phases, boss interactions. Any topic question, anyone knows how sad piano BGM for Arknights is plays in the current event early on when any calls for it? John? I'm not too sure. I want a battlefield map where you push back the enemy's build outposts and terrors that I would like to see. Are you there? There's room in the system to do trios and all kinds of ridiculous challenges with very tight windows. I'd 100% Enfield. I feel like I'm not even at 50% of OG Arknights. I'm almost half a year hardcore gaming. It's 6 years of content, right? And by the way the game's designed, right, it's just much more long form, isn't it? And the dev said that. If you want a long form, wordy experience, Arknights is there for you. If you want a more avant-garde experience, Enfield's there for you. I think the devs are cognizant of the making two entirely different experiences. And I think they're very cognizant of the fact that you might not like both, right? I think they genuinely understand that. Yeah, all right, okay. Yeah, interesting. Thanks for that. Thanks for sharing that. Was I sharing that? Was that you, Ken? I know it was Ken. It was like, oh, slander. Let me show pics. No, I appreciate it though. Like I say, again, you know, I've said to you multiple times, there's many things we disagree on, right, about Enfield, but there's a lot of stuff as well that I get where you're coming from, and I even agree with. And there's stuff as well that I fear the same way as well, right? But I have a much more optimistic outlook, I guess. So we'll see. Time will tell, right, boys? Time will tell. We'll have to wait and see. Arknights is for depression. Enfield is for goon. Both is good. Damn, we have been yapping tonight. I do apologise, boys. I'm sorry. But honestly, though, I massively respect Super. I do. I think there's a couple of specific more of the OG Arknights creators that are you know, I've got a lot of respect for Renegade. I've got a lot of respect for Dr. P, the Frenchman. Even though he's French, I love Dr. Patanga, man. And I think Super's great as well. And that's it, innit? I think we all love the game. And we've got different opinions on it as well, and that's what it's all about, isn't it? That's what fandom's all about at the end of the day, right? That's what fandom's all about for me. That's why I like these conversations. I'm not saying Pontas. You either agree with me or you're retarded, right? That's how I should do it, right? You're all just NPCs, and I'm the main character. You hate me because you ain't me, bucko. Right? You all want to be 5 foot and extremely obnoxious as well. It's jittery now. It shouldn't be jittery now. I've just switched it off to game cap. It's still jittery. Having a good discussion in good faith. Yeah. See what's about it. And I think, I know obviously people think Ken doesn't. I think Ken does. He just likes trolling as well. You have 10 seconds to explain why you broke or you're banned. Yeah, send me pictures here as well. If you face these, I'll get to say what I want because I'm on camera. Dude, defo out there fishing for pictures. Yeah, man. Send me pictures yourself. It's only because I want to prove something. Yeah, you want my WhatsApp? No? Oh. I didn't want it anyway. Drive from work was miserable today. What I missed from the tree. We were just disagreeing with Super, respectfully, of course. We were just having a discussion about
with a foot in the darkness,
contingency contracts.
the light becomes clearer.
And what to expect. I might make that into a video, actually. I might make that into a video. Because I know Super wouldn't, like I said, I'm not being disrespectful. I think Super's definitely a person that's up for discussion, right? Fuck. Look how respectful in discussions he was with Tolbro after some of the stuff that Tolbro said towards him as well. And that was two kissed and made up. I can play with that OSC on the main menu. It works perfectly when you're pulling fucking this prick. Yeah, what I expected. Fucking ate my face. Oh yeah, that bitch as well. After I got baited by chat. You even said I'm the good takes guy now. You gonna say that? I'm not even saying that. Let's not go too far, bucko.
I'm not used to being a...
Just don't throw fireballs at me, okay?
Oh, they're still beefing? Oh, okay. Ah. Hey, I ain't judging. Look, you still at the comment I've made recently about Saint Dante, so I can't say nothing about beefing with all content creators. I ain't here to play, take the moral high ground at all. I was super like sober, but I don't know about you, Picture. Just British after all. True. You know. It's just because us Victorians mog the Europeans. That's all it is, you know? The rest of Terra's just like, what the fuck? Slander. Natural height advantage of the goblin. True. I think my niece does. Actually.
I'm Lava, a caster. Here to join you simply because I'm bored.
You missed yesterday when I got glazed in the live chat.
But
What? Here? I don't believe that for a second.
Trainee operator from Blackstone. Looking forward to learning.
100 pulls and 2 silver altars, but no pramonics. Yeah, that's like me. What was it? 160 odd pulls. And, quite a lot of garbage, actually. There, though, we got, Mudrop, but not from that. We got Thorns. We got Bagpipe, but not from that again. Yeah, it couldn't have been worse, I guess. Could have got Ling Yang, you know? It could have got, Ling Yang. Wait. Where's my, Okay, that's where we were, yeah. Yeah, we just got this now to start, yeah. Yeah, Jessica Alters as well, yeah. My bad. What are you calling it? No, actually, she's kind of quite, She might actually be more, much more useful to me as well, if I'm honest. She might actually be. She might have a few more options for me, personally. We just finished a new Kedgereg event, and as usual, fuck Victoria. Yeah, we gotta talk about this Victorian slander we have, man, lads. We gotta. Bixie, you goddamn annihilations, get your 3 pulls. I should. Did you see that clip of Pramonix being broken? I didn't know. What was that? Hold on, chat. I need to go for a pee. What is that? I need a wee. Let's go. Ooh. Okay. Is this... Oh. Bomb land loading point. A DP cost to activate it, deploying an anti-wishcraft repositional bomb. Alright, let's learn how this works then. Check it, it's 50 seconds. This. Shit. Ooh, okay. Alter alters. Mine's never gonna look like that though, right? Holy fuck. That fucking... What the fuck? Okay, let's go. I know what his Lance. Appreciate you, something, boy, man. How absurd it is that we're chasing illusions on this battlefield full of bones, blood, smoke, and mud. The illusions are our only clue. Like the Lich said, the drifting fragments of history are the tracks of it left behind. We pass through many ruins, some long forgotten, some never remembered to begin with. Soon, these sites will be gone too. Many times we barely arrived in time to grasp the last traces. We found 17 vampire war art circles. There are maybe dozens more, maybe even hundreds more of them on this battlefield. They all appeared within the past week. A scary level of efficiency. We found troop tracks on 2 of them, but the marks indicated that the troops were only on maintenance or patrol missions. I doubt there's much point to destroying the art circles. They could easily replace them with new ones. It's only that much more important to take control of that thing, whatever it is. What is it for that now? I need to let fucking old fuckface get through the stage, yeah. Not kill him in his mutation state. A lot of the ES stuff is just weird to me. I'm not a fan of modern wooer, but I don't try and pretend Kuro isn't printing wads of cash of it. Yeah. Yeah. It is odd. Like I don't know. Yeah. Mephisto when he's fucking mutated, yeah. Yeah, I need to let him through, don't I? I should go back to that. That's like easy to attain. And as well, the shield guard stage, yeah. Which we could more than easily probably do now, to be fair, with the cast we've got. Like, we could probably clap that stage up pretty easy. That is going back to a point where my account was a lot more neutered. Regarding we were in EF, I don't think that discussion really is around how much money they're making when people say they're bad. They're bad, Dom. I think there is those conversations happening though, isn't there? I think there is. Yeah, where was he? I doubt that's much to destroying the art circles. They could easily replace them with new ones. It's only that much more important to take control of that thing, whatever it is. Did you actually level your Promenix, E1, and the rest too? Yes. Yeah, I think I did. Yeah, I maxed her out, didn't I? Well, E1 maxed out. This place is completely ruined. Just like the Rhodes Islanders said, it's another secret network of routes that lead into the city. Through these hubs, there's plenty of Western games that say they're bad but make money, like... But I think it's more... What does it mean if they're in panic mode? Do they... Is it because they see the back end that people are not spending money, or is it because they think people are getting turned off? As a Wura hater, I don't think Wura is bad. It's just not to my taste, you know. Yeah, exactly. Oh, I agree. Like, I think Wura's a great game. I do. I think, you know, I think it's... I honestly think it's objectively one of the better gacha games. You know, like, even for me, as somebody who stopped playing it, Arknights is the best. At the moment, Enfield is my second favourite. I must admit, Limbus is fucking steaming up those charts. I need to play more, though, to really, like, give a watch. It reverse 1999's in there. Zenless Zero, Wua. Star Rail would have definitely been there as well. And, yeah, honourable mention to Genshin as well. Through these hubs, Theresis had shipped huge amounts of steel, crystal units and witchcraft devices into Londinium, enough to repair the shard and complete that airship. How did these materials reach Londinium? Even the dumbest dukes will not let large shipments of materials outside their control to travel freely around Victoria. Are you sure about that? It's probably that they, like the Nexera King's Legion, appeared out of thin air around the hubs. The so-called Sarkaz supply lines we've been looking for, maybe the last and least important step of the transport process. How did they do it? Not only that, if Darius has had access methods like this, why isn't he using them directly in battle? True. Teleporting armies behind enemy lines or plopping Iridium bombs right on top of Ducal flagships, well, kind of did do that. It appears to that's what happened, at least on Delphine's hot mommy ship, right? Either there are limitations to the method, or it is actually really fragile. Yeah, I reckon it's probably the limitations, right? The Lich called it an art beyond the realm of original art, but I just couldn't picture it. W, over there. Huh? No sign of battle. It's completely collapsed. W has looked detached ever since that encounter a few days ago. I saw her gaze absent-mindedly into the fire while on night watch. I can't help her. She'll get through this on her own. Let's go. There's nothing to see here. Best gacha on game bit on break third down, no competition. Hoyo, don't kill my game, please. Hoyo, leave my baby Kiana. Don't. Oh no, that's a fair point. Like I don't care if people don't like Enfield. I do care about people leaving enough to the point where it doesn't make money. Because obviously, if a game doesn't make money, it stops getting better, doesn't it? And then we all know what can happen. I don't think that's going to happen. But yeah, I'm the same. Do you know what I do think's happening though? I think happening now. What was happening when we were started doing really well? You had a lot of people who were loud quitting. Do you know what I mean? Who are making a big point, a big song and dance to say that they're actually not playing the game anymore. I'm not talking about anybody in here or Super or that. I'm talking about like some creators and people on Twitter and stuff. Like I saw the post the other day. It was clearly a bait tweet. They were trying to argue in good faith, right? It was clearly a bait tweet, just basically saying they quit Enfield. And it was you know, they were farming interactions. It was clearly like it wasn't in good faith at all, but they were trying to play it off as it was. You know. I don't care what people feel or think. I just want a good Arknights game. You got one here? It's amazing. I look at the map in my hand. Scattered dots mark the locations of the vampire art circles. I added a few, including the logistics hub just now, and the next area King's Legion camp. Something had been placed there using the same methods. There must be something linking them. I scanned the names on the map. Hills, valleys, small patches of forests, and a few small ponds. Some sort of commonality. Shared geographical traits. My eyes fall upon the name of a town. Brentwood. Ines, you said that Rhodes Island analysed the intel from the Defence Forces Command Tower, where they had set their sights near a town by the name of Brentwood. I draw a circle around Brentwood's location. Closure came up with the analysis. She stole the records of all the cargo movements since Theresis entered the city in 1094 and created an overlapping route map. All the towns around Londinium were covered in these cargo movements on the map. It's Victoria's capital after all. All the steak and wine the citizens enjoyed before the war didn't grow on the shelves. The area around Brentwood is strangely empty, with only a few scattered entries around 1094 and 1095. Pretty weird. Like there's a forgotten town right here in the middle of Victoria. The Rhode Islanders think Brentwood might be the starting point of the Sarkas Underground Railroad, or the hub of a hidden network, implementing some sort of secret embargo. We just proved the existence of these logistics hubs. But we also learned that Theresis has a pair of, well, invisible hands, which let him put things anywhere he wants. Damn. Sorry, I was just moving to me. I love Inez's thighs. Same here. We may need to reassess the significance of Brentwood. No. The closer we get, the more vampire art circles we see. Meanwhile, if we draw a line from the furthest point to Brentwood, we see that they're about equidistant. That might be the logistical limit. Stop guessing. I know Brentwood. You couldn't hide anything in that poor-ass town. There were barely any Sarkas vagrants when I visited a few months ago. Maybe the caravans just don't pass through because there's nothing interesting there. W disinterestedly throws a rock over. She's in a bad mood, all right. She would normally have thrown a grenade pin. The rock rolls on the map and falls right where I'm looking. I'm about to move it out of the way. There's a patch of hills not far behind Brentwood. The rock fell right in the middle of the icons representing the hills. Let's go. It's not like we have any better leads. Maybe coincidence has something in mind. Let's start there. The hills are dark and eerie. A Victorian history book wrote that the study of history is like walking into the cave, feeling the grains on the wall. Working blindly in the dark, all you can do is try to piece together the puzzle of where we came from by feeling around in the darkness. This land is not friendly to history. Originium veins assimilate any organic tissue around them, even bones. All that archaeologists had to work with are Originium-infested ruins. All they could do is mull over metal shards. Oh, I suppose. So, like, when I was talking before, you know, when we'd seen Trevor, and I was talking about the previous Doctor's people, and I was like, well, was there truly here for a long time? Was there nomadic? Had they just got here? Had they really been able to set down roots? What was the deal? Because there seems to be no, you know, no remains, if you will, and it's only been, what, 13,000 years? You'd think if there was an advanced civilization that had spread the globe, there'd be plenty. Is that potentially a good reasoning why there's not? Because Originium actually does that. It's kind of fucking... It removes the proof in a sense. It removes the clues. But we are different. We are Sarkas. We have many ways to look back. Legends say that the revenants in the furnace of Kazdel whisper the achievements of a certain king of Sarkas, or the sad ending of another. When I was little, I used to wait by the furnace that never went out, hoping to capture a single echo from the past. But all I ever heard was silence. You might actually be right. There's something unusual about the shadows here. There seems to be a pattern in the chaos. It's like the ripples created by a sailing ship overlapping and interfering with one another until nothing is left but empty. Not so much sailing as drifting. Drifting. I once heard a story from an old Diablo. This word came up in his broken whispers. What story? A story of disaster. Let's hope we don't run into the stuff of those stories. Let's hope we still have some good luck left in the bank. A merc who thinks he's lucky is a dead merc. Which is why we need you to stay behind, W. We're not here to fight. We need to figure... Oh, shit. We need to figure out what we're facing. If things go south, we need to pull out. Don't worry. I won't leave the way open for you. I'll set up the explosives and wait until you're almost at the exit. Vampires and Nazi are hot on your tail. Maybe Theros himself. And just as you're about to see the light, boom. You'll become the tragic hero right out of your favourite stories, Hodera. You can't handle Theresa on your own, W. Inez, I'll actually bury you, you know. You do you. She really will blow the hills apart, though. We both know she's crazy. No need to provoke her with Theresa's name. It's just pathetic, the act she's putting on. I'd rather she knew what she wanted. You've been in the city for so long. If she wanted to know the truth, she could have just asked, you know? Did she ever ask if Theresa was real? Wait, what? If that Theresa was real. She never asked me either. She's never grown up. She could do one of two things. Grovel at that Theresa's feet and beg for forgiveness or plan to kill her. What if... What is it that she's doing? What? Fucking hell. But what is this that she's doing? Trying to prove that she's all great and powerful? Or is she trying to convince herself that nothing ever happened? That all she needs to do is kill people and plant mines like she always has, and it'll pass? It would have been fine if she could actually stop thinking about it. Right now, she's like a little girl standing on ice. She takes a few steps forwards, then a few steps back, looking around the same place, sinking into pointless sentimentality. No idea. Give me a break. You just don't want the extra trouble. I didn't know you cared so much about her. You cared about me. I don't want to die because of her. In all seriousness, Inez, have you ever thought about going back to Kazdel? What? I'm in the way of your great plan? No, it's just occurred to me that W and I have a reason to stay in this war. What about you? I've got my reasons too. Or my reason. Here we are. I am struggling with that one, I bloody. What's this? We're inside the hill. Hollowed out the whole thing? That's going to make things easier for W's demolition plan. The size of these tracks and the loading mechanism. That's a big guy. Get in the shadows. I think I might get some steps in. While we're playing, boys. 2 secs. Ignore the mess at the minute. My office is a mess at the moment. We walk and we talk. It's with the agent, the good part, my bad. My bad. When's the next shift? Close. It's always on time. I should have made a report to the boss. I'd rather be outside killing Victorians. You're not a warrior. I don't need you to tell me. It's just that this place is so oppressive. I see those illusions every day. Things you don't want whether you're there real or not. Ooh, what's this about then? It's like a maelstrom that keeps spitting out trash from another dimension. Good thing Ursula is a decent woman who doesn't pick on us for no reason or abuse her authority. Is she the youngest mage ever, according to military commission ranks? Not a member of the royal court. She won't go far. Lady Teresa and the regent aren't blue blood devils either. Screwed the royal court. Kazal wasn't one with those old fossils huddling around in a circle. But they're the strongest. That's because it's almost time. Go to the machine and prepare to load. Loose lips sink ships. Did you hear the name they said? Ursula. Could it be? It's not necessarily the one we're thinking of. Sparker's names are often code names or taken from legends. Ursula the Time Stealer. Ursula the Lock and Key. It's a Sarkaz legend about the Phenomot. Anyone who could have drawn from it. Wait. Ursula the Time Stealer? It's the origin of your name, Hodera. Don't have one. Huh. Bells. Wait, over there. What's that? What was that? The hills are trembling. No. Space itself is trembling. Oh shit! Is that the first time I've seen an Originium tech actually working like that? Oh, I remember this. Isn't this like the bones of a dead god or some shit? Yo, these guys are up to some fuck boy shit, aren't they? Okay, that's cool. Holy shit. What the fuck? Do you know what? A little bit of this game is kind of like, it reminds me of playing things like Final Fantasy IX. Now, they're a lot less regular in this. But you know, like back in the day, especially with something like Final Fantasy IX or something, right? The prize for getting to a point in the game was that little FMV, a little cutscene. Like, yes! You know, I played for like a couple of hours for that. That was fucking so worthy. It's kind of like that a little bit, right? But you get them even less. Picks next time you're on the main screen, hit home in the upper left, have a quick select menu and really look at the background of that screen. Okay. But the one I've got up, yeah? For an instant, see visions beyond reckoning. Bloated emperors crumbling in halls of gold. Ancient bloodborne cutting open their wrists to feed the newborn. Diabolic flames burning amber. Demons with deer horns prowl beneath the great bronze walls, offering battered willow wood. The one knot falls from the nothingness, splitting into countless threads. A red-skinned monster cuts off its own horn, impaling its own chest with it. Broken shards become whole again. I see a faraway city. Calm, peaceful, not yet wheeled, not yet drowned in hatred. Its beauty is absurd and out of place, even in a dream. For no reason at all, I am convinced that it was Kazdel, a home that has long ceased to exist from somewhere in history. I want to go there, go into there. I want to see what kind of life we once led. I lift my foot, put it down in the same place again. I watch it quietly until all is silent. Until... What the fuck is happening, bro? I think it's huge. A pathetic creature that is not, but bleached bones move slowly. Nerve strands reach out and grab the massive containers. It still roams this place. It is not dead yet. I won't say it looks pathetic. This is the cargo ship. So big. How did there is this? It's really Ursula, the time stealer. That's Ursula. The fuck's this? What a coincidence, right? The legend of Ursula tells of Kazdel being attacked by a pheromone that could slow the time of all things and peer into the past through the fog. Through so many pasts, the hero Ursula journeyed, rescuing their kin lost in the mirage of time. Who knew that I would took the name by happenstance? Who took the name by happenstance would one day witness the legend with my own eyes? Oh, is this? Has she got the same name? Is this Ursula? Damn. Holy shit. Okay. You've really ground those horns into shape, Inez. You could almost pass for a true blue Sarkaz. Ursula, are you really going to betray General Manfred, Haldera? I knew you wouldn't kill Inez when I first heard the rumours, but the confidential nature of my work precluded a personal visit to London to see you. Aren't you supposed to be a hand-picked successor to the Scar Market? Sounds like you're already the bone driver here. Is playing a hero of legend worth such loyalty and commitment? Ancient things are not so appealing anymore. Only one stuck in the past would continue to use the name. You could give yourself a new name. How would old friends who came long ago, came a long way to visit, be able to find me then? Care for a drink? You didn't used to be a drinker. Used to, huh? You didn't used to swing your sword at me either, Inez. Lots of he's gooning, he took the bait.
Order acknowledged.
Lots of personality, yeah. Okay. Never really noticed his audio of his sword swings before. Yeah, those vampire-altered things came back to life. It's the blood-calling altars doing. The tactical witchcraft platform periodically recycles blood amber from dead vampire spawn to produce bloodborne spawn. Periodically recycles blood amber from dead vampire spawn to produce bloodborne spawn. We have to use W's anti-witchcraft repositionable bomb to destroy the blood-calling altar so we can vanquish the enemy for good. We can only maintain our lines for now.
Seize the moment. Sense deprived by Emperor.
He gets more fire, doesn't he, if I remember right? Bomb's in position. We still need some manpower to fire up the bomb transport to get it to automatically move towards the altar. Okay. We can speed it up by attacking the transport. Enemies can slow the transport's movement speed with their attacks too. Okay, we're doing a bit of Overwatch, are we? Once it's gone, the blood ammo will vanish on its own. Try and see it for yourself. I promise, if I put him there, isn't he going to attack them? Is he? Will he? He will, won't he? Won't he attack them instead? But I better put him up like that. Let's have a look. I probably should have, yeah. That's a chick, I think, isn't it? Oh, is this E2 gravel? Yes, E2s! Should I get him to get the job done? Are you attacking him? Okay, no, I shouldn't have done that, right? Yeah, that was a bad move. Right, do I just have to spend 10 beats to blow the anti... Oh, I need to deploy it first. Do I? Oh, shit. Okay, yeah. I need to deploy it. Attacks instead of fire a compound drug shell. Prioritize enemies when the shell hits. Heals surrounding allies by 120% of this unit's attack.
Overdose decoction prepared. Begin use. You better start running, or there's only one way this ends.
Okay, interesting. He's cheating, E1 is dead!
Mission accomplished.
My blade hasn't even been stained red yet.
Yo, she looks sick with that artwork. Okay. So we got the bomb loading point here as well, yeah? Okay, so it's gonna make all this way up there. Okay. Interesting, interesting. Would a fast redeploy be somewhat useful? And I think we can get away without using one, right? Maybe not here though. Maybe we might actually need one. Potentially. I don't know. Let's try. We might be better off. Get the main menu. The main menu with this thing. Do you mean go back to like the home? Shit. Just a second, vous.
So long as you're here, have some hot soup between them.
Oh shit, that did a bit of damage. Oh shit! Yo, shit! Oh fuck, we're cooked! Oh, they want me cooked, yeah? You can do it! You can do it, bro! It's okay, you can do it, man! You're good! Shit, is she blocking the way? She actually block it? Can you pass through? Can you? Did you get some heals on you, boy? Did you get some heals on you, boy?
Line up, line up! Plenty of good eats for everyone.
Oh shit. I didn't realise I had range there.
No one knows right behind you.
Wait, why do I want to send another one out? Just to hurt them. My girl!
accomplished.
Don't need it. Just do it on time. Time's the garage open until 11. Rosie, why don't we take it down there? Feel like you should bring hope for these ages. Go for the canonical impact. Is what you're saying? Shall we? Probably get away with dropping all PP, yeah. Should we drop all PP for, Dara. Where's Bucko? Here he is. Yeah, let's bring Bro in. Okay. Let's do it, yeah.
On the line and ready.
Do you remember Pixar Stragoni that he doesn't even use because he's too drunk for real? For real? Straight up. Like, I really enjoy using Tragolia as well, because dude, he's fun. He's fun to use, right? The cat's fun, man, and you can play around off the... But it does feel like cheating. This is an interesting one.
Same battlefield, different day.
Will he only get a buff when he's... when she's on skill? Get that out earlier.
Eyes blind by hatred.
I'll never give her a... Oh shit, they're already in? Oh.
No one can see me.
Got cooked. Actually cooked, yeah. Alright. We got a little bit too deployment happy there.
On your case.
I didn't realise that was going to spawn in there.
Is it?
What am I looking at? What am I looking at on the main menu or in here? Where am I looking? Or I can go over you. You need all the tricks for the bosses in the coming levels. Can I now? Rosie.
Are you happy to see me?
What am I looking at?
Erudite?
This.
An ice-cold body. A dulled sense of touch. A pain inside.
Pixar's a goldfish memory. True.
As if my own
Do be facts. It do be facts.
Pierce me through. But it is the pain I find so fascinating.
Have to be more precise when telling streamers stuff.
For without it, I
Casual insults. Casual patronisation. Oh, button with the house icon. Oh, am I going back into it? Oh, right, okay. Yeah, what am I looking at here? Yeah, Blanna's ass. Oh! You're literally pointing this out to me. Okay. Is that different before? I never really paid attention. Has that changed since I've got to this stage? I like how the store is at its ass. Casually aware. It's too subtle for the average gacha player. Okay. Same as always. Never noticed that. To be fair, I never really use home screen though. I never use it. I genuinely never use this. I usually just straight back out like I do. I think here we're going to get rid of our cars and we're going to bring it our, ooh, what a bit of lappy. Do you reckon she can still do anything here? Let's try. Let's double up with the wifey here. Let's see what she's capable of. Let's see what she's capable of. I think that's a good thing to do, actually. Yeah.
Then please do your best this job, or I'll be really bored.
Yeah, it's actually see. Let's split it. Okay.
Same battlefield, different day.
Follow you behind me. I won't take a single.
Enough. Time to end this.
This is deal.
Enough. Time to end this.
Drawing a bead on the target.
Not really the way.
By hatred.
I need to deal with them quick though, right? No, no. Yeah. Let's do it.
No one can see me.
We need to make quick work, don't we really?
The battlefield's all around you. Where do you think you're running?
Yeah.
Get what you deserve.
Come on, pay attention.
Death.
Quickly! The spirits have been sitting for so long, they're falling apart.
I need to deal with this motherfucker.
Time to end this.
Interessante.
Agnès, tough to swallow, huh? Try to behave yourself.
I've been fancy of it, but this is the most chaotic venue ever. Now
I'm struggling to hit the fucking right watch. It's because I'm on the treadmill.
The battlefield's all around you. The battlefield's all around you. Where do you think you're running?
What's this thing?
They only remember me. Meet your
Give me this slow off the spawn.
Don't oil into a hot water. It is just perfect.
Sound designs fire right. The bubbles are great right. Yo, what's up, Drakness? Need to get a standing desk too, dude. It's the one, man. It really is. Sitting for too long just isn't good for you, man. I just get fidgety as well when I'm standing still. which I've been doing for the whole stream. So, oh shit.
No one knows my name.
Follow you behind you. I won't. Enjoy. Battle special brew.
Almost. And we're only halfway through here. I feel like, shit, we need to get Bucko here. Closer, don't we? It's
Show me what you got.
Letting our game sense to pride.
Target.
Still misbehaving? Then let's kick it up a notch. Yo, Kitty. Kangaku no zaki. Naite kenko wo ugokasu.
バンカが魂の皮顔への私
You get lazy, man. I really like lazy, I do.
The battlefield's all around you. Where do you...
誰かに気づく前にあなたの死体を影に沈めてあげる
No one can see me.
Yeah, one of them. Well, skeletons inside Rhodes Island as well. What the information we will reunite on the implications. One of them is inside Rhodes Island. Video got released in the weekend, was recorded with me on the treadmill every time I went to pause the recording. I had to lean down. Just checking on a fellow beer enjoyer. Yeah, what's up, Chase? It's ending so hard right now. Do I play Reverse 1999? I do. I haven't played for a while though. It's been a couple of months. I've been trying to play it recently since the patch, but it just keeps crashing. I've got to install it. I've got to install it on the emulator, I think. Get a deep shelf tab and put it on your desk and your keyboard and mouse top of the shelf so it becomes a good height for you. No, my ASMR. Yeah, adjustable desk. Really. This one I got is really good as well, man. It came with the monitor stands, 3 monitor arms, sorry. I've got 3 adjustable, like my all 3 monitors are freestanding. Comes with like a back panel as well where I can attach everything to. I've got my ring light attached to that, my camera up there as well. I've got my studio light attached to it at that side as well. It's pretty fucking, pretty good. Bumping into an old friend isn't necessarily a good thing for a sarcasm. Might not be a sarcasm, but I know how to come prepared. When you're a kid, you're naive and stupid. A little camaraderie is enough to get you handing over your heartfelt trust. I like this. What's been happening quite a lot more in this chapter is these little, like, vertical slices and the zooms in. You know what I mean? It looks good. Even if the place where you built that camaraderie stinks as bad as Kazdel. Eventually, at some point you grow up. Maybe it's the first time you kill someone. Maybe it's the first time you almost bleed out. Or maybe it's the first time you crawled out from under a pile of corpses. You start learning how to live in the grown-up world. You can be ruthless, use any means necessary. You can even throw your friends under the bus. You just to live on. And nobody will hold it against you. And then, a contrived plot comes around and you bump into an old friend. Honestly, after all these years apart, even if you're old friends, do you really have that much to talk about? It's just, when you were young and stupid, you handed over that trust, you built a friendship. When you're at that age, have the unique opportunity to talk about friendship and Kazda without being laughed at. Hustler, we're done unloading. They're counting everything in at the warehouse. Same as before, steel, pure gold, iridium, stuff like that. There hasn't been a personal transport in weeks. Sounds like most of the forces from the Royal Court in Kazel are already here. That makes things a lot easier on us. Back when the Royal Court guys were floating around, they'd come down here and complain to us. Made all sorts of trouble. Stop. That's enough for now. Oh, sorry. Hey, Commander, I've been posted to a way station for 6 months now. According to the rotation schedule, it's about time for me to... I haven't received any new orders for you. But your performance speaks for itself. I could approve 3 days of leave for you. Oh, Ursula. Ursula, sorry. Don't let it go to your head. Make sure to stay grounded. All your life in Kazdal, you were a cobbler. Your greatest accomplishment is nailing souls together. What are you in the running for, unless you're prepared to blow yourself up? Ursula, you're no fun. Is he singing it? Get out of here, kid. Watch Ursula's profile, the corners of her mouth curling up. I'm never gonna say what's going to be. Thinking back to then. She carries herself the same way, at least. The young Sarkaz cobbler approaches Hodera and slowly hands him a flask. Hey, brother, hold on to this for me. Ursula can't go a day without the stuff. You're really something, man. Walking around with this piece at your side, still. What's your mouth, cobbler? Oh, shit! I thought he was talking about his weapon at first. Bro was talking about Inez. Damn, bro. Yeah, this desk's decent, man. I can't remember how much this was. It was like, I think it was 500 quid. Rosie bought it me. You can set 2 heights, so you can adjust it as you please. Like, you can set it to 2 particular heights. I don't know if you can set it to more, actually. So you just press one button, it goes to a height you've set. Press the other button, it goes to the lower height you've set. So you can just get it perfect, so you can just switch between the 2. What's sweeter than honey? What's toxic as nightshades? Is this bro just singing along? Looks like he hasn't even had his coming of age yet. Those years with Her Highness Teresa did a lot to see these kids grow up nice and sheltered. And now he's in a war out here by Londinium. Ha! Brother and sister joined hands to create the worst joke in history. I was just thinking dude seemed a little bit more, pleasant. Almost. For one of these guys, you know? If only it wasn't a joke. You open that notebook and setting it on fire. But Derek quietly tucks away his notebook. You two haven't changed. That's nice. It's been years since that operation. Me, Aldera, and W, the old W, got ourselves into trouble. Killed some people we shouldn't have killed. It's not just a scar market showing your faces in Kazdal. Will be trouble for you. I saw your names there a lot. On the bounty lists. You're famous. I've never been a cheap date. Sure enough, Inez's investment paid off well. We were all so young. Getting old now? I'm a Sarkaz. You're a sheep. In theory, I'm going to live longer than you, Inez. We're all infected. This isn't about racial lifespans. Good point. I'll drink to you and wish myself good health. I remember you used to say that if a Sarkaz wants to live long, she needs to keep a clear head before somebody else trades it for coin. Whoever wants it can take it. Victorian, Sarkaz, doesn't matter to me. She leans in close, sizing me up, then glances at Hodera. You've got wrinkles, Inez. I died 3 times and I only got a few wrinkles to show for it. I should thank the myriad souls. Damn. Hey, bro, look, them thighs are stupid. Like, stupid good. The Canadian in me making sure you're all good. Also, Nadine and 2 of the Sarkaz characters in these chapters that I really wish should become playable. Also because they're both hot. You don't thank them. You're a sheep. As for Hodera, you're missing an eye. Want to see the socket? It's all thanks to the fine Caprine woman right here. Caprine woman right here, sorry. Lose an eye or lose your head. You had a choice. I guess Inez broke her heart when she made the move. Drop it. We're old friends getting together again. Can't we get back to a nice atmosphere of sentimental nostalgia? Talk about days gone. Talk about days gone by. Muse on the passage of time. We could talk about how you became the youngest major in the military commission, the driver of this skeletal pheromone, Commander Ursula. Oh. So that's... Oh. Okay. Yes. We should talk about that. Otherwise, we being who we are, we shouldn't be so warm and friendly. And we could also talk about you, these two Sarkas. One Sarkas traitor, and one sheep. Why are you popping up at the secret military commission site? I know you were detained by General Manfred Hodera. And you and Inez, who disrupted our operations together with an obnoxious little girl planting bombs all around, stole into my territory in broad daylight. As an officer of the military commission, can't very well let that go. It's 2 against 1 here, Ursula. Is it? Remind me where we are again. I'll say it's probably not a good idea to say that, considering we are in her territory. Huh. Since when? The girl wasn't like this before. You're welcome to try, Inez. She's like, you and whose army? He's like, this one? She's wearing a smile. She's dead serious. The most important thing I've learned over the years is to be true to my decisions. And Theris, this is your decision? No. The military commission is. You decided to go with Babel. What is it called now? Rhodes Island. And I decided to stand with the commission. We decided our paths a long time ago. Ursula, we can still... No. I know what you want, Hodera. You haven't changed a bit. We're not those kids who stuttered around cheering for a whole day on the back of a single bounty anymore. Strutted around, sorry. We don't get to relax after our missions these days. No idle afternoons on the streets of Kazdel. We are Sarkas, or at least we're citizens of Kazdel. Their responsibility to make those streets and alleys a better place. Kazdel is the main issue here, Ursula. And you gotta admit, the military commission is the best choice we've got. Even Her Highness Teresa wouldn't disagree. It was the two royals who made Kazdel into a nomadic city. Both of them who made it possible for us to even talk about the future of Sarkas here. It was the same two royals who promoted me, giving a poor girl from the slums a chance to stand in the sight of the royal court amongst those pure and ancient bloodlines. Once trapped by naivety and compromise, the Sarkas lose our chance at a true homeland. Yeah, that's what I was thinking about then, Dracnus. Because that literally mentioned it, didn't they? I didn't know that was a pheromone now. Don't know the name, but from the description, the points, direction, I'm looking forward to it. There's no room for me to hesitate here. The military commission, it's the foundation for Kazdel to become a nation. Will there ever be a Kazdel once this war is over? All I know is I'm no traitor. They're staring each other out. Oh shit. Sure, we were prepared to bump into this old friend from the beginning. How dare tacitly cross from the side to confront this stupid girl, the major of the military commission. Tactically. Is it tacitly or tactically? Tacitly wanted. 10 minutes, that's my limit. Get as much intel on that thing as you can. Don't be whale. I bypass several Sarkas blocking my way, shadows entwining their ankles. I leap up, climbing the nerve cluster of this terrifying creature, the slippery feeling making me slightly sick. If that's its nerves, I wonder if he's like, ooh, is this a pheromone? I've never seen one before. Show me the secrets hiding in your mind. Holy shit. This isn't a good section to walk on. My luck has been pretty bad lately. Always ending up in the body of some kind of monster. Last time it was the Revenant. This time it's whatever this is. I hope I don't have to jump off it this time. These nail piercings. Its spine must be some kind of witchcraft device. Those nerve clusters trembling. Does this thing still have a will on it of its own? She's here. Oh, Oh, that was so quick. I climb up the skeleton in hot pursuit. The sinews between the bones become something like a ladder for them, with splinters of fallen bones serving as their weapons. This is a mad set piece. They know war. Also has trained a real elite unit. They could stand to work in some variety. All they've got on me is numbers. A foreboding instinct pops into my head and I instinctively dodge to the side. A huge cluster of nerves comes crashing down and the bone fragments I have been standing on shatter and crumble. It's so hard on itself. Looks like every bone fragment, every bundle of sinew here could be a deadly weapon. It's a pain. The nerve clusters wrap around again. I sink my dagger into it so hard that it recoils violently, carrying me high into the air. Alright, so it is the most basic of reflexes. Good enough. There's a cabin up ahead. Like, I feel a bit bad for this thing. Right there. With all my might, I grab the dangling bundle of nerves and leap away. Dust everywhere, from wind-weathered bone. This should be the center. No clear interface. Is it driven purely by witchcraft? A willing slave? Or a marionette controlled by strings? You dodged my arts, Inez. That should have gone right through your heart. You still haven't fixed that old habit of yours. Your casting always deviates a little to the left. Lucky I've been on the bad end of that enough times. You in a hurry? Did Hodera make a fool out of you? It's fragile, isn't it? Not as honest as it seems. You're welcome to guess. If we get the chance, I'd really like to hear about those 3 deaths you mentioned. Must be a thrilling story. You want to try once? No, I'd rather us live. We can make it through the chaos and live on, that is. A tremendous force flips me over, and the nerve bundle sweeps away, trying to tug me with it. The Pheromont is gradually swinging its body. I've built a lot of cabins here, and the thing tends to drift in space. What if the Pheromont wonders when I'm not in one of the cabins? I really don't want to find out. I'm not Hodera. I'm not into becoming history. Shadows like blades sweep through the hall of bone. Save what's left of your dignity, Inez. There's no point. Your shadows can't protect you from the might of a Pheromont. Weathered bone dust takes flight again, filling my vision. Thanks for the reminder. Hodera? Oftentimes, even I have to admit the Hodera makes a pretty good partner. Ziora farming. You're fucking rizzing up my bird, mate. I'm actually glad we didn't betray each other. Hard to find a sarcasm like him. Past was tough and the future's gonna be tough too. The dim firelight rises with the dust twisting. His figure emerges from the embers, sparks in the wind singe his cloak and my hair. And sometimes, only sometimes, I'm willing to tolerate his obnoxious arts. We're well past the age when we can talk about friendship. But I'd rather live in a future Kazdal that keeps the silly naivety we always laughed at. The turbulence is intensifying. I grab his hand. I forgot to tell you, Hodera. General Manfred gave me your book. It's pretty good, I have to admit. You gathered up the bits and pieces, arranging them in chronological order, thinking you found the thread. You've been running all this time. You plan to do this forever? Drop it, Ursula. Time to say goodbye. Hodera, you're jumping with me this time. Don't get swept away by the turbulence of history. Never forget the present, the life that you're living. You're the boss. Yo, are they... Boiling shadows point the way for us. Scorched dust carrying us along. The illusions shift before our eyes. Was that where that was coming from? When I'm falling fast enough, I suddenly realise that the history really does look pretty fragile and hypocritical. I see a vast and familiar battlefield, one of the war zones around Kazdal where the flames are still burning. I recall the past, how Daryl always wanted to steer clear of what that war tore apart, clear of the war that tore apart his people. I forced myself to turn my head, while he's single-mindedly focusing on finding a suitable landing zone. Run away from war, huh? We weren't at Babel when Her Highness came under attack. We could have left Kazdal straight away. Why did we go back for W? Why join Reunion? Why lay low in Londinium all this time? What is Holdera fighting for anyway? What am I fighting for? We break through the earth, the illusions vanish, and we see what was always there. He grabs my arm, telling me to be ready. Arts envelop us and my vision clears. Shadows rise from the ground. Maybe we stopped running a long time ago. Hicks, I'm so sorry. Why? What's the matter? You just got Silver Ash. Ban him. Fucking ban him. Fuck off. You ain't allowed here no more. You're not welcome! GG. Congrats. Happy for you. Maybe we stopped running a long time ago.
A single military victory means nothing.
Better of having too many beers. Is that what I need to do? Get smashed and... No, that's a bad idea. I might have too many pulls then and end up with very little money. Holy shit. Any Rama Blitz in your chat? When you pulled, he gave me the look I needed to pull them. Put me salt on the wounds. Pixel Tonta's gonna ban him. You mod status. Got this more epic feel like flying zombie space whales. I've really enjoyed chapter 13. Like, obviously I know you guys have got a different perspective because like you guys are caught up to the story, right? But I actually really enjoyed chapter 11 as well. I think chapter 8 was brilliant, right? You know, insane twists, big reveals, crack stages mixed all in with like a great part of the story. I really enjoyed this chapter though. Really enjoyed it. Like, it's kind of hard because like there's been some really cool moments in this chapter, really cool characters, expansion, obviously coming off Lone Trail as well, add so much more to it. Yeah, this is really been enjoyable. I've had a blast with this chapter. I have. It's been real fun. It really has. It's 10:30. My apps for so long today, though. Again, not bad. It would be Pixel Silver Ash Ultra if you had one. Lass, I
Welcome home, Doctor.
got fucked. She's a cool looking character, man. You know, what's her voice lines like?
In position. I convey my starlight to the darkness. I have charge of this sector. I will stop you. 闇へ私の星の光を届ける。
Oh yeah, way better.
ここの防衛は私に任せて止めてみせる。
Yeah, she's staying in JP. I like her design as well, man. How much vibing with the old space theme. Still got to do Vigilo, yeah. We're at this point where the story builds so hard and picks plays 1 or 2 stages and quits again. Yeah, I did want to get some reacts in today, though, to be fair. Obviously, we've got Enfield tomorrow. I probably won't be streaming in the evening either because my sister's coming round, I think. But Saturday... Next Saturday, I think I've got some... I think I'm free this Saturday. So... I think we'll get a good, I think maybe we do a dual stream. We do Arknights. Start off with Arknights. We'll see, actually. Maybe I'll just get sucked into Arknights and then do some Limbus, because I do want to do some Limbus over the weekend as well. Maybe we do Arknights Saturday and Limbus Sunday, maybe. Or maybe we could try and mix it up and do both. Because I do want to get a good session in of Arknights. Do you know what I mean? Like, get a good, like, 3 or 4 hours of just straight gaming of Arknights. So we get on, maybe do some reacts, and then just play Arknights for the entirety of the stream. You know, maybe do like 6 hours, do an hour of reacts, just stream the game for 4 or 5 hours. Finish chapter 15, then do Limbus. I'm gonna carry on with Limbus. I don't honestly don't want. I don't want to burn myself out and just stream the same stuff, because I've still got Enfield as well. Like Limbus, I'll probably do like a couple of times a week. But I want to do some Sunday, I think. Do this Saturday, do Limbus Sunday, do Enfield tomorrow. If my sister wasn't coming round tomorrow, I'd do Limbus of the evening, or even Arknights of the evening. But yeah, I can't really sit in here playing Arknights with my sister and my brother-in-law in there, chilling with Rosie. You know, I don't know what time it is. Probably for you, and I ain't you drunkness. Probably for you. I'll play it tomorrow now. But you also always get so many visits. Must be popular. Nah, it's a thing. They usually come round every Friday. Last Friday we went round theirs. But usually every Friday they just come round and we get food in, or Rosie cooks something, and we just have a few beers and stuff, right? It's a bit of family time. Obviously, I ever get these people trying to scam me or harass me to sign contracts. Alright, boys. I think I'm going to call it. It's 10:30. I think Rosie wants me to take it to the garage as well, and it shuts in half hour. So, become a hermit. The worst thing is, I've done that before. Like, my sister's come round, my brother-in-law. Rose is in there with them, and I'm in here playing video games. Like, I can't do it, man. I can't do it. I enjoy it as well. It's nice, man. Nice to spend a bit of time in the fam and that. You know what I mean? Because, my nieces... Because my sister's older than me. My niece is moving to Wales. Soon. She got a job in Wales, so she's going to be a... I did 10 to 15 in a week. So I was spending some time in the family. Nobody's Drakness. Sorry, it wasn't as much Arknights. We did get caught up yapping, but not as long as we enjoy the streams, right? As long as we enjoy the streams. So yeah, Enfield tomorrow, Arknights Saturday, Limbus Sunday. That's the plan. As long as nothing comes up. Well, I don't think I've got anything to play. Actually, let me just double check when United play. I think we got Chelsea, yeah. That's Saturday at 8 o'clock. That's fine then, so I'm going to do the stream before then. Yeah, we get live about dinner time. Alright, sound. Alright, cool, yeah. Sound like a plan. Sound like a plan, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. I will see you tomorrow. The weekend is almost upon us. Appreciate it. And I'll catch you all later as well, guys, all right? Enjoy the rest of your day. You know?